Okay. Now, normally, this would be the point of getting the show started here, where I would play the recap video. However, the point of our recap videos and the recap series that I have over on my Discord is to let anybody who misses a single episode or a group of episodes, or even is just joining the show for the first time, easily catch up to where we are in the overall arcing progression of the story. So you're not just plopped into the middle of nowhere with no clue what's happening. And while we had a lot of assorted shenanigans last week and a lot of character things, I don't think we actually did anything that someone who's trying to keep up with like what the show is doing would largely have missed.
It was just kind of a filler episode.
I get it. You didn't really feel like building a
I don't
recap.
blame you, honestly.
You
Yeah.
wanted to take some time
Shut
off.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
sorry,
not going to
man.
give you this hero point now. I have to, though. Victor0127 in the chat. Would Milani's Iron Maiden be, by any chance, familiar with Pale Blood? Have at it, Roshin.
Why, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
What's that about you? 4?
It brings me to 4. Yes,
Ooh,
indeed.
you are joining Team Dragonhorde team.
I am. I will throw some at it.
With the massive pile of hero points. And as a matter of fact, that thing is happening where, like,
You're getting low.
there's only 2 in
You
Chaos
see,
right now.
If we strategically sandbag, it gives them time to generate more points to give us more coins.
No, if we fight people, then we use them, and then we can get more.
Yeah, we
It's true.
sandbag between fights, so we all get a stockpile of coins. Then we use all the coins because we're really
Put the
bad at
sack on
rolling
the ground.
dice.
Put the sack on the ground. Put the sack on the ground. Spend your hero points. Although we have not been rolling much dice recently.
Fair.
Last week on our Age of Ashes show, we have continued ingraining ourselves deeper into Kintargo. We arrived a few days ago, and before we started trying to make major moves against the Scarlet Triad or against Sunset Imports or whatever specific steps we wanted to take, concrete steps, we wanted to, well, briefly we got distracted by, a giant city that no one's largely ever been to a giant city before, but afterwards, we wanted to make sure that we were set and prepared. That involved some reconnaissance, some investigations, some infiltrations, specifically, in the part of Trishik here.
Sneaky beaky.
Getting
And a
pooped
resume.
on by a salesman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of the two of you, each in your own way, going out to scout the warehouse of Sunset Imports somewhat before you actually, as a group, move forward or decide exactly what it is you wanted to do with it. And as we left off last week, we had just gone through, I don't know, like 5 iterations of a plan for something to do with Sunset Imports in the span of about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
All
We were-
potential solutions.
We were developing our schemes, preparing for an actual move on Sunset Imports itself. And where first we had planned to sneak in under cover of darkness, I think that was largely rotating to
Let's just head on over there right now.
going
Yeah.
and then literally let's just go. It's mid-afternoon.
Haters.
Do the stuff.
Haters gotta hate.
And
Wow.
indeed, haters in heaven. Well, I recently spent a villain. My last villain point, I believe, was from them. Now redeeming for the forces of good. Here you go, Rizme.
Thank you.
Take this tiny coin, which puts you up to 3, I believe.
Mhm.
3. We got some stanks. We got some stanks around the party here. We've been getting charged up as we explored Kintargo and ready not only ourselves but our mountains of hero points for the inevitability to come. So, party, you had reconvened back at the Yellowbliss Inn to discuss your plans and, well, how you wanted to go forward.
I have a rather original idea.
Okay.
Also,
I am very much convinced that this young lady is in a place that she does not want to be in. How about we do something original, like just walk in and talk to her?
Well, everyone has their circumstances, so I am always of the opinion that talking to someone may make a difference.
If all else fails, door would be easy to break down and simply go in.
See, we have a backup plan. Let's try to talk to her. Let's try not to, just bash in the door like we're wont to do. And
It's not good to make scene in middle of city.
exactly. If we're gonna do
At
it
least not
during,
during the daytime.
see,
At least not outside the warehouse.
exactly.
I mean, I could just go through the wall and do whatever if you really want me to.
That is what we want to avoid.
Yes.
Is it though?
I think it'd be more like going under the cover of darkness. We'd want to be doing that. But since we're going to go in the daytime, I found actually that is these people who are sort of just being co-opted by the Triad or simply working for the Triad, as long as you threaten them, there's, hey, if you're going to be part of the Triad, you're going to die like part of the Triad.
You had
They
great
all
success with
seem-
the boat.
It works spectacularly
That is
on the
true.
Genie Smile. So I'm
Also, I'm
thinking
not giving you
it
such
might
great
be
rolls yet.
in the same order of business today.
Also, I really do think that she might be of some help. She may be able to give us some insight that we wouldn't otherwise have gotten talking to her like, a sensible person might.
All right.
Very sensible.
It's also good if Scarlet Triad does indeed own this part of town. It would be best if we simply walk in. Do not give them cause for alarm, in case place is being watched.
I suppose as long as Buford keeps that hat on, we should be okay.
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. There's a lot of very valuable, breakable things in there. If we go in there all delicate like and talk first, we might walk out with some shinies that would have gotten broken.
You're really fixated on getting some of this furniture, aren't you?
I really like the furniture. It's so cute, and it's in this year's fashion, and the
Marshall is
wood.
looking
I might actually have an idea that doesn't involve me bashing things. Surprise, I know. It's a common tactic I used to use when I was in the Dwarven army. We just, go in, particularly, Trishik here, and maybe he pretends that he's a customer, and he wants to see the goods in the back, and he wants to make a big purchase.
she's going to tell him to take a hike.
Is that a euphemism for purchasing slaves? I got the feeling it was a euphemism for purchasing slaves, because if it isn't, then Resume's tried it already.
It would not be difficult.
He's a little bit more convincing.
I don't think so. I think she's going to just try to throw him out. But I think if we go in there,
Well, let's
be
just go
super
in.
obvious.
and see how it goes. Everybody
I'm
agreed?
fine for that.
Okay.
I like
Great.
this new person. Who are you again?
A very reasonable gentleman over here.
So, I suppose, with all of that dealt with, the plan that wins out is
Walk in the door.
just go for it.
There's no way that this doesn't end up in any way badly.
Just, do the unexpected.
Simple plans are sometimes the least expected.
They're also the least
Extraordinary-
expensive.
Extraordinary mastermind we have here with Buford.
Tell you.
Whoever
guy-
this new
The guy in the new
strange
hat.
Buford adjacent replacement is here. Seems to be a champion of scheming.
You will
Okay,
never
well,
be the-
let's keep going and leave behind anything that's unnecessary. So keep walking, guys.
All right. Well, we keep going, I
So
guess.
the group of you make your way back down to Sunset Imports, where Trishik and Resme had been briefly before for their various infiltrations. But a warehouse is certainly, if you time at the pier, you've all seen. It's not exactly hidden. It has its own trio of piers sticking out into the great harbor of Kintargo. And as you arrive, the doors on the western end are still swung wide open, warm light spilling out from within.
Great. We're just gonna walk in the door.
March in like we own the place.
So with the same plan largely that we had, or that Resme had followed in the first place, and I'm going to try this, so tell me if this either takes up too much screen real estate or is gigantic or doesn't looks weird or whatever, because this is the change that I made this side. This is the change that I made for our stream setup here.
Is that how good I look in that cloak?
Yes.
She is a cutie.
I think she actually might be pictured with that cloak that you have, yeah. That might actually be the cloak.
Because the art department does not talk to the writers.
As we've already gone over.
her cloak, so it makes sense.
Maybe they expect that you would give it back to her.
That that is a gold trimmed green cloak. That might be it. Yeah, it doesn't have the veil part of it.
Kind of like they didn't think
And
we
you're
were going
not
to
a
set the
pretty
boat on
lady. You're
fire.
a weird lizard. So
With 18 charisma.
Yeah,
You have
good
18
point.
You're also in a bright.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the hottest of all of the
I'm a
lizards.
sexy lizard.
He's also in a bright red leather suit.
Anywho,
So
to this campaign? What happened?
you
Where did we
made it.
go so wrong?
You made it. So you have to deal with the consequences.
I actually have a ton of really good face skills. Like I'm built for that.
Yeah, I do know you have
His
the
scales are very
super
shiny. He oils them every day.
intimidating and the
he's
set
hot,
brushes them. It
even
does-
exothermic.
It does make sense to some extent. As the group of you approach and just make your way through the western doors into this open showroom. Again, exactly as it would have looked as the pair of you had left it last. It seems not a single item has been moved, and
A few items were moved.
well, a few not since you left it last. A single item has been moved, and it is still stocked with a wide range of almost fantastic looking, very different styles of furnishings and decor. Things that aren't just not really native to the region, but not even really native to any fashions that the group of you have ever seen. And again, quickly, Saria Madrad, as she is busy tidying up some things, standing near the northern side of the chamber. Here's the footfalls of, I imagine, massive plate armor stomping in through the doorway, and is quick to turn and come towards and come to address the party. But as she does, I want you guys to give perception checks real quick.
Oh,
Thunk, thunk, thunk,
I'll
thunk, thunk.
take that.
Hey.
Starting off with a good one.
Yeah. 31.
32.
32.
34.
24.
Wow. You're a rogue!
I'm looking for the back.
No, he's admiring himself in the mirror. He just caught
He just
his
realized he's a
reflection.
very sexy lizard.
Laser focus we walk in at.
He is the Johnny Bravo in the group.
To be
But,
fair, that was a 6 on the die.
Trishik is
Still got a 24.
Trishik, ironically, is the only one, ironic for a variety of reasons here, as you'll see in a second, is the only one not to notice as you're looking towards the door and kind of past Miss Madrad. She looks towards the party and sees you first. Very quickly just scanning the group of you, her eyes hang for just a moment on Trishik, specifically. And her expression changes a little. Whereas at first she seemed a bit possibly annoyed. Her eyes widen a bit. Her face kind of loosens. A mixed sort of surprise. And almost maybe hopeful look that literally everybody but Trishik notices.
Miss
But
Madrad.
that does disappear in a moment as the kind of annoyance returns. And even as she's approaching, she's already calling out, "You again! Did you not understand the last time you came in here?"
Miss Madrad, let's just cut through the formalities. Yes, that is your cloak. Yes, we did kill pretty much everyone on that ship. We're here to help you. You can stop rebuffing us. Let's just cut through all of this. You tell us how you got involved with the Scarlet Triad, and we settle this all right now.
Or we could actually go and kill them all in the back right now, like we're planning on it, and you can come and talk to us after the fact.
Oh,
Marshall, would you get door,
one of the
please?
two of you want me.
I just walk over and close the door and just kind of
The doors
sit
are
there.
huge. It is like a 20-foot bay door to the outside. So it's not
Do you
like
think Marshall cares?
Marshall can close it pretty quickly.
He just closes the door and just turns around and is like,
We got.
That's gonna be a 38.
What did you roll?
An 18?
Okay. The 38. She looks back and forth between Resme and Rasheen.
Resme's looking at her
Like-
very calmly.
Roshin's looking a bit more aggressive.
And she looks back at Trishik at the cloak that he's got on as he's watching Marshall close the doors here. Who are you?
We're the heroes of Breach Hill. She says it like she's supposed to know who it is.
What is Breach Hill? But
Best way to explain is we have been inconvenienced by the associates in the back, and we would like to go do business with them if you would be so kind as to oblige us and open door.
And by that we mean we're going to kill every single one of them.
Well, I mean, that seems like a hasty decision over there.
Every single one of them.
There is
Especially if
demon
they're
in there.
demons.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see as we move along, you know.
We do have to kill demons.
But
Have you been sent by the Silver Council? Or are you Hell Knights? She looks kind of at Buford. You don't look like a Hell Knight, but
we know a Hell Knight. He's pretty dreamy, but that's another story. Look, Miss Madrod, you look like you've been under some strain. Why don't you have a seat?
Or better yet, why don't you keep doing what you're doing? Keep people out of this place while we're going in the back and take care of business.
Well, that's why Marshall's got like the front doors.
Yeah, I was about to say.
closed.
I'm just
so like the big bay doors leading in have been.
No
shut
normal
now.
person is just going to
So-
walk up and open that.
exactly.
What happened?
I don't even know where to start with this anymore.
How about at the beginning? Here, have a seat. Have something to drink. She'll pull out a little stopper of just some really nice tasting wine.
And she'll
Oh God.
take it in her hands and then move over to one of the just like assortment of the very well upholstered, almost overstuffed, overly wide seats that look like they're almost a massive throne for a single person, but not really large enough for two. But as she sits down now, just holding that in her hands, looking at it, almost just 1,000-yard stare.
It's not going to do anything if you don't drink it.
Well, that ain't poison or anything, is it?
No.
I have,
okay, just
I have
making
not
sure.
touched
It's
the
wine.
wine.
I don't know who sent you, where you come from, why you are here, but if you have that cloak, this is either some kind of a test, or you are no friends of the Triad.
We are
And-
no friends of the Triad.
So you say, but
Do you have the badges?
No, they didn't have badges, unfortunately. It was carved into the pauldrons. It was very
It was
cumbersome
so
to bring
much
with us.
easier when we had the badges. We could just dump them out.
mean, I was
Look,
about
how
to
about
say,
this? How about
look.
this? What's going to happen is, how about this? You stay here, you do what you've been doing, which is keeping people out, and we'll come back out with maybe the demon's head or something, and we can go ahead and tuck there.
I have demons.
Yeah, of course they have
Not for
demons.
very long.
Less of them.
Look, this Sunset Imports, this is my family's business for generations. And I was desperate to keep it. I had unpaid bills, we had outstanding shipments. Ever since the secession, since House Thrune canceled all their contracts, we have had nothing. And the Scarlet Triad came to me. They were not forward with their desires. I had no idea what they really wanted, but I saw no other way. And now I've not been allowed in my own warehouse for I don't know how long it's been. They
Slow
told me
down.
to stay out here. Turn away anyone.
What did they ask you to do aside from that? Slow down. Everything's going to be all right. Calm down. No
They
one's
have-
going to hurt you.
They have taken my warehouse for whatever it is they are doing. They told me to remain here in the showroom and make it appear as if we are still doing business as normal, but to turn away any potential clients. They pass through here sometimes on their way to the back, and they have asked me some things about town, where to buy poison. I've heard them talking of demons, but I thought it was just to keep me in line. I didn't think.
Well, we can go take care of them, and then we'll come back and tell you how it goes.
There are dozens of them.
Well,
gonna
yeah, there's
check and
half a
see.
dozen of us.
There were dozens of them coming through when they set up, but I think there are far less now.
There's at least an entire ship less of them.
I'm going to check and see if she appears to be lying.
while she's saying all this. 26.
I mean, she seems like she's just broken at this point. Like, this has been going on for however long it's been going on for, and at the first literal glimmer of hope, she is more than happy to divulge absolutely everything to the group of you.
Do you have some place you can go that's safe until this is taken care of?
I can't leave. I can't leave here. I can't take the risk.
You know what?
I don't know what they will do if they find me gone, or if...
What was that, Marshall?
I was just gonna say, I might be able to help you calm your nerves. Just pull out my drinking horn, pour a little bit.
She has the wine still in her hand. She doesn't drink it.
It's not strong, though.
Holding
No. That's nothing. Here, have a sip of this. Made it myself.
This is
This'll
like
calm all your nerves, I promise you.
They
is
it also
like
isn't poison,
99.
is it?
No, it's
Just shoe polish.
It's got flavor.
If you were able to get out of here unseen, would you be willing to just leave for a little while?
I don't know where I would go. They are making me stay here at nights now. Something happened. There's a break-in. It seemed mundane. I don't think it had anything to do with them, but I have to stay at nights now. I
What if we let us...
can't leave them.
Well, if we need to set up a good cover for you, perhaps we could go and take you prisoner, as it were.
Well, I was gonna say...
You
we
have
could
some
just-
manacles, don't you? You could use that, and we could restrain her, and that way it would look as though she was being...
What was that, Marshall?
Oh, I was just gonna suggest maybe we just let her stay in one of the rooms at the inn.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Let's send her out of here invisible. Give her a little bit of money, send her back to the hotel,
Are you
have her
listening
get a
to a
room.
word she's saying? She doesn't want to leave. She's terrified.
No, she says she can't leave because
There's a
she
difference.
doesn't want them to see her.
They know where I live, and even if they are not here, there are more throughout the town. There,
Who
as I
else?
said, there were dozens.
Who
And
else
I
is
don't
there?
know.
They just told you. Okay,
When
calm
they
down.
came, they
Calm
had,
down.
They had. Her name was Varys, and
Varys, that name is very familiar.
a man. I don't know if I got his name. They led them, as I said. There were a few dozen of them when they first arrived with their ship on the Genie's Smile. But Varys, she was a hulking dog woman with a scar across her face and her snout, one cloudy eye.
Like an actual dog woman?
Yeah, an owl, yes.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of a creature like that before.
There are not many here. They are far more common in the east or across the seas near Assyrian or Katapesh. But I do not think she is from here. None of them spoke as if they were.
Well, it sounds as though we might be able to track that one down too. Let's see what sort of information they may have left on the back, and perhaps we can find the way to
She-
this virus.
She commands them utterly. They seem as afraid of her as I was. And when they arrived and set up here, she ordered them all across Kintargo, all throughout the city. They are everywhere.
Well, if you keep your shop open and we open the doors back up, then it would business as usual. People would think less was wrong in here, and we could just start on our way.
But if you deal with whoever's in the warehouse and they come back, more of them to do their business, whatever it is, then they will know something is wrong.
Indeed, if these slavers are still here and they're in force, we need to burn them out. We need to take down every single one of them. Otherwise, they'll just breed more of their kind, take more people prisoner.
I was just thinking for the moment. So, do we want to keep the doors open, or I mean, put the doors open, or we want to keep it closed?
I'm fine with leaving it to however she wants to
The
do it.
other man, he was very tall. He as tall as you, I think. Over 6.5 foot, surely. He was older. His hair kind of thinning, slicked back some. He wore a robe. He was dressed far differently than the rest of them. They came armed and armored like thugs, but the man, he answered to Varys, but none else. And I don't know, he was chilling. Nidalese, maybe. He spoke of the country at least.
So Varys is... Sorry.
Middle
Is
East.
Varys the knoll person, or is
Varys is a knoll, yes.
Okay.
Did he have green eyes?
He... Brown, I think.
Brown. Okay.
It can't
So-
be serious. He just showed up. It can't be that.
I
was-
don't like coincidences.
This was some days ago, over a week at least, maybe 2.
Okay, that's good. All right, dear. What you're going to do, you're going to sit here. We're going to open the door back, up. It's
Please,
going
fine.
to be business as usual.
I would give anything to be rid of them, but I would give up this whole sordid business if I have to.
We're going to go in the back. We're going to take a look around and do what we do. If you get into trouble, and you need to run, I want you to drink this and then go.
What is this?
It will make you harder to see. Okay?
Potion of
Yes.
some kind. And I know of them. I've never. tried
That ain't poison, is it?
Why are you so
very-
focused on Resume
I
poisoning
don't know.
people?
I'm feeling like you guys
But-
are awful hostile to the people around here, and I don't
But-
want to take any chances.
Your cousin, Buddy's cousin, is very suspicious. I liked Buddy better.
Well, first of all, let me just say, Resume's been nothing but very kind. I've been quite hostile, I'll give you that.
So, wait. You spoke of a boat, and you have that cloak their captain took. You.
Broke their aid, shattered them, scattered them around,
What
killed
aid?
most of them.
Did you take the genie's smile? That was crewed by
Oh, that was.
both of them.
Oh yeah, we took that. That was easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kept the piggy's tusk as souvenirs as proof.
They had, what do they call it? Your kind dwarves. You have a name for your tribes, your families. A whole group of them.
Oh,
on that ship.
slavery got canceled.
Just so.
They surrendered.
It's not our first tangle with the Triad, don't you worry about it.
Who?
Did this man, crazy man and the creepy man in the robes, did he have a name?
I don't know. I didn't. If he did, I didn't catch it. I know of Eris was the dog woman. She was the one giving the orders.
Dog woman.
And they had several other bosses around. They seemed organized when they came. They had that whole family of dwarves or tribe, whatever the dwarven word is for them.
Oh, clans.
It's a
A
clown.
clan, it
Yes.
seemed.
Point of order. Do you mean the woman was very ugly, or she was literally looked like a dog?
Do you not?
I just asked that question.
Those are rare here.
Marshall
but
laughs out loud.
This is literal. The Knoll peoples, they are.
Oh
Like-
no!
like upright
I
dogs.
thought you said
They-
gnome. Sorry.
No.
Gnomes are fun to kick.
That's awful. You can't kick gnomes or dogs.
It is actually
no,
very
just
easy
gnomes.
to do both.
That's not nice.
You said can, not nice.
If you are even competing slavers of whatever.
We're not slavers.
don't-
We
don't
are
know.
not slavers.
Slavery is canceled.
We do not believe in such tactics.
That's
We like to do
now,
things.
right? Slavery's canceled.
Yes.
At least for quite so, actually. It's quite
I
good. I
just
like that
want
one.
them gone.
We'll get them gone for you.
Oh, we'll take
Let's
care.
go. Stay here. Open
So
up the
we're-
doors.
All right. Oh, yeah, open back the
And,
doors up.
Let me move us around a bit then if it is time to do the stuff
It is
Pushing the
indeed
buttons.
time to do the stuff.
Pushing the buttons
stuff.
and doing the things.
and the things.
We're gonna put the done in dungeon.
So- Saria's sat over here. The group of you inside. Marshall with the door. Let's go ahead and do that and we'll pretend the door is closed.
No, don't kick gnomes.
Yes, gnome hunting is a necessary sport in my culture.
The door closed behind you. You've got 2 ways to go forward here from this room. There's a small door to the north where Trishik had gone before, leads to a service hall, and larger bay doors at the southern end that are a warehouse entrance.
Oh, jeez.
She liked to chat. You hate to see it.
Judd, I
You hate to
We
see
gonna
it.
give it to him.
You did it, Arcadis. You killed Resume.
you had
See,
one job.
This
you
is
had
the
one
benefit
job.
of live streaming.
This is.
Tabletops instead of putting together episodes, just editing them as videos.
Yep.
Who needs
You
a
get to
script
kill
when you
the
have?
player characters directly.
In real time.
Who needs a script when you have fans like this?
Or the players. Kill the actual players in real time in this case.
The problem is I've been around Zendern for too long. I've seen way too many iterations of that.
All right, sorry.
Anyway,
Can there ever be enough?
so okay, so what doors do we have again? I'm sorry.
You've got a set of double doors here that look like they lead more directly into the warehouse. Massive loading doors and a smaller, standard-sized, simple doorway at the northern end, far back in the corner.
Okay, so Marshall's gonna. So, I have a suggestion on how we take care of this. What if Trushik does his little lizard thing on the ceiling? Me and Buddy, we bust open the door. Well, maybe not bust open, but we at least the front line and we be the distraction. And then we, go in, hammer and axe a-blazing. You do your magic stuff and, you sit there and look menacing and do your crazy, crazy blood misty stuff.
I was just going to stab him with my sword, if that's all right.
That works too.
I'm going to
Later in the afternoon.
black
so I can make
tentacles
this
up on the
light
from the
ladder
floor
later.
and grab them all.
Black Knight. That's a good one. Very creepy. I like it.
Wait, you make tentacles?
I've never seen her make tentacles. No, I think she's making things up.
For what is matter, if we go in big door, there's a lot of stuff in where you have to go off towards other door in warehouse and around.
It seems terribly
Is it-
inconvenient. Why don't we go the way that you went when you came
The
in here the
loading
first
bay
time?
leads directly to the warehouse, but that other door there.
Do you have
that
keys?
is- I do, but only to my office.
Oh, not to the rest of the warehouse?
Not anymore. They took some.
We have a
course I
key.
But I don't believe they are locked.
Well, that's convenient. Very well. Why don't we follow the route that you took in? That way we don't come across anything unexpected.
It's working for me. Let us go.
There are some at least back there now.
Yes, I've already seen them.
I don't know what they are doing, but I've heard screaming, even just a few minutes before you arrived.
Oh, well, that's not good.
They have at least one halfling chained to wall. You've
And
been,
you didn't think to mention that
Well, he did
before?
tell us
I'm
there was a
telling
chaplain
her.
chained to the wall.
Yeah, I
think
told
that's
you
what he
guys
told
as soon
us.
as I came back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're distracted trying to turn the Hearthstone off.
Oh, I must have been.
Yeah.
So, the group of you head up to this hallway. I'm going to order you in what seems to me the most logical fashion if you wish to do differently.
Into the unknown.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, looks good to me.
That looks
Yeah.
fair, because I was about to say that looks just about.
And you could open this door, leading again to a fairly simple, narrow hallway. And as you make your way down, there's a pretty decent amount of lights coming in, as it's still, like I said, it's mid-afternoon, through the high-placed windows that shine down to the showroom and then also into this chamber here. And as you can see a bit further than just the entryway now, the hall is lined with rolled-up rugs, smaller crates and urns pressed to either side underneath shelving going almost all the way down here. Lots of it set with ledgers, logs, or small cases and containers. The shelves going nearly all the way to the ceiling, 25 feet up above you, with a series of doors splintering off to the right and the left, punctuated all the way down this hall. Where is it you want to go?
Second door.
Second door.
Or following the route that I
Alrighty.
used.
And then opening that one, buddy, you would similarly now see into an actual open warehouse here that you could head into, and it's surprisingly open. There are some kind of random errant stacks of boxes and crates and whatnot throughout, but it seems to be much emptier than it would normally be. And it's almost, again, totally haphazard. Some of these stacks of crates very precariously just heaped in a mound to be as out of the way as possible, with as much floor space as possible, it seems, has been opened up. Some stuff has not been moved around because it seems like, much like in the showroom, a lot of their shipments are large furniture or massive stone bird fountains, regular fountains, statues, and just various accent objects for a garden or outdoor areas. Some of which, again, are all carved, and all of it together is very exotic looking. And none of it matches any kind of regular styles or fashions you'd recognize from around here. There are things in the image of strange flowers that their leaves spin almost in a spiral. That seems to be pretty standard, recurring motif against about a lot of the things here that I think nobody would recognize without being at least realistically, given the universe, you could probably get it with an expert in society if you'd really been particularly studied in regions beyond where you live, beyond even the inner seas.
So, preemptively upon walking in here, I'm going to pull an arrow out of my quiver, pull my last vial of wyvern venom, now that I know it takes 2 actions to interact. I'm not using it in combat. Preemptively dipping an arrow in there and getting it ready.
Okay.
I'm just having my axe ready, you know.
Banishment
alert.
scrolls and the bandolier, but other than that, sword and shield out.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go a little faster?
Perhaps, but we should wait until we actually find the actual
Yeah.
location before we turn that on. Although I
And then
will
just start
go
to
throw
organize-
on
I just start
heroism.
to organize your stuff here. You can hear a voice almost just moaning in pain in the distance, far at the eastern side of the warehouse.
Would it be the
Just-
same one I heard
just
the other night?
wordless agony. It would be the same one that you'd heard before.
Trishik, is that the one?
It's somewhat muffled.
There is halfling back there in is a room at the end of this wall.
I'm gonna toss
That
back
is
a
where
moderate drink
the
at you,
demon
Jim.
was.
Okay. Trishik, you want to boost up to the ceiling so you can crawl up there.
Yeah.
I do the motion of the hop up.
I'll just use you to jump up higher and then just skitter up the rest of the wall.
Well, now wait a minute. How are we supposed to follow you now?
Just follow the smell.
Oh, I'm not hiding. You can still see me.
He is clearly visible on the rooftop. There's nowhere, nothing he can like hide behind.
Bright
there.
green lizard, bright red suit.
He's about 25 feet up above.
And
but
yet it's an
he's-
automatic success regardless when he sneaks.
is clearly visible. Well, he still has to have cover.
Ah, okay.
So, like,
Yeah.
sneaking requires you to be hidden. So, like, if someone just walked out here, they'd just be like, there's a lizard on the ceiling. But, I mean, they might be distracted by the war party on the floor and not see him, but
There's a lizard up there.
See, my whole goal with being up here is I can use the like piles of just warehouse stock and drop down on top of them and use that as cover.
So, buddy, if you hug the crates right, I can't really see, so. I was just gonna say, if you can hug the crates, you know, just kind of shimmy along the walls, and then I'll get the other side. That way, once we get in sight, we know what we're dealing with.
Oh, I ain't never hugged any crates before, but I'm sure I could if you really wanted me to.
I wouldn't say really to sneak, but just carefully and quietly as you can, walk closer to the entryway.
I walk over to the crate.
You literally just see Marshall.
Right, we're not quite
Yeah.
sneaking up on anybody.
as when he even, like, starts touching it, you can hear a creak as the entire stack kind of shifts a little bit.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh, that's very precarious.
And this stack, the ceiling's 25 feet overhead. This stack goes up about within 10 feet of it. So this is well towering over the group of you.
Why-
She's just gonna ease
why
a
don't-
step away
why
from
don't we
it.
just walk that way?
We're not gonna be sneaking up on anybody, not wearing
No.
these clattering things we've got on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking towards it.
We have come for enough. It's not time to sneak. It's time to kill.
So, as you are moving through the warehouse here, what are you all doing? Trishik, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's sneaking.
Yeah, avoiding notice.
I'm trying to remain out of sight.
I want them to be seen and for me to get that split-second ambush.
Yeah, it's somewhat difficult on the ceiling, but you've got pretty big stacks of crates that you can at least kind of control your line of sight to the floor. Buddy?
Got my shield up.
Show him funny. How about you, Marshall?
Got my axe ready, wine in my other hand.
Seek
Gonna keep
search.
my eyes peeled.
Seeking.
Siki, yes.
And, Rasheen?
Roshin's gonna be keeping an eye out but looking out for enemies, so she'll be scouting.
Okay. So you'll be more keeping your eye in case of any bad stuff happening.
Correct.
Resume?
I'll also be seeking.
Okay. So, I grabbed the door. I grabbed when I gripped.
Hey, nice to meet you, door.
Hey,
Oh,
there's a
back-
door behind us. So God.
We're being stalked by a door.
Oh God.
Mimic
It's
door.
closing.
Door mimic.
Oh, nom, nom, nom.
I laughed. You laughed. The door,
Door
laughed.
laughed. We killed the door.
So as you make your way across the warehouse here, over towards the eastern side, it seems like there's a lot more actual stock. The crates are placed in somewhat less precarious rows. Crates and barrels stacked up high on sturdier bases in longer rows and columns and aisles, dividing the area up a lot more so than it was at the far side. You can even see where it looked like the last place that things were actually being dealt with and unpacked over here, around in this corner, where there's a few crates that just lay open, with an assortment of long rugs within the top half of the crate removed entirely, so they poke outwards. Pair of bird bats and an entire statue with the crate just open and deconstructed around it. It's still just standing on the base, and the rest of the wood of the sides laying fanned out around the thing.
That's so tacky.
Like the brief moment before this got horribly co-opted. The sounds are coming from further within, and as you reach about this point here, up ahead you can see there is a veritable wall of merchandise, goods, and imports stacked up, stretching almost the full width of the warehouse. As far as you can see, it seems to be completely separating the far eastern side where the sounds are coming from, stacked within 5 feet of the ceiling, almost all the way up. Rashik would be able to fit over, but for anyone else, it'd be borderline impossible.
I'll go on ahead to that. Not over it, but like right near it.
And start you scampering across, because you would be able to get pretty close up there. So you'd be heading out towards that as the rest of the party is coming around, just in view of the area. And as you see this unpacked area, this statue and the rugs sat here, and Trishik moves towards the wall. The statue shifts, pivoting at the waist just to face the group of you approaching, but does not make any further movements.
Is it supposed to move like that?
No.
It's a visible movement for a pretty large statue, with an audible grinding of stone as the thing turns your direction.
Maybe it's a lookout, and if we don't make any sudden moves in front of it, it won't try to come eat us.
Well, maybe there's some
Could
kind
you
of
maybe
code.
like just show us on the map where the statue is? If you had some handy representation, perhaps, that you could put on the map to show us where the statue is.
Right in this corner here. Like, right,
okay.
Okay.
This nook about,
Okay.
like 5-10 feet from buddy.
If it's one thing I know, is if you see a statue do that, don't make any hostile actions until it does something else.
I'm gonna.
And as you say that, it lifts one leg to take a step forward. So very slowly, deliberately, almost like it's rusted or out of use. But as it places that first step, the second
Oh, that's something else. It's doing something else.
follows after pretty rapidly. And as it starts to move, that is most definitely going to be the time in which everybody
Damn it.
rolls me
Battle cry.
some initiative.
That's something else. It's doing something.
Battle cry.
Battle cry.
Battle cry.
We
I don't-
both have it.
I don't think I can demoralize this thing, but we'll try.
We could try.
Do your best.
Does a 30?
Well, you cannot, in fact, demoralize the statue.
I figured.
And
But-
we get +1.
You get +1 because I'm scouting.
You're scouting. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Okay,
+1
so
everyone's
for
initiative from the scouting.
I'm gonna
I
reroll
see a
that.
session reroll.
I don't want a hard one.
Sounds about right.
I can math, I swear. Oh, it's +1 too, right? So,
Holy.
oh, jeez.
Be big.
But I can be bigger.
And you were asking, he's about right there.
Ah, there we go.
And here's the token for him, good sir.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, it even matches. Look
That's
at that.
because
kinda cool.
I made the token out of the art from the bestiary. So that it would be the same.
Yeah.
Basically all the tokens we've used for this have matched. I have the Age of Ashes token
Well, the
box.
golems are normally
You got like
iffy.
the actual dwarf before.
did.
It was like the actual guy that was the token. Like, they've almost opened the tokens.
The statues have hardly ever matched, I feel like, the golems.
Golems are usually fancy.
Oh my god.
But this is a much more garden variety statue. All right, buddy.
37.
Judge my arting. 37, you say? All right, that's pretty good.
What a shame the statue got a 54.
Right?
Well,
Everyone dies
I
in
think
it.
we should go back.
It rolled a
that
hard
way.
20.
Trishik?
29.
Back to the
30,
small hallway,
actually,
please.
with the +1.
And to the resume.
30. Trishik can go first.
Okay. Roshin?
Roshin got a 22. 23, I'm sorry.
Go ahead and just put you.
Yeah, down there.
Marshall?
25.
You guys can go
I
sit
know.
sad.
I rolled low.
It's the bad times.
I was gonna sit over there and be sad. It's okay.
Ridiculous character card.
Okay.
Bam. There it
Now I can
is.
still stats and stuff right in front of me. It's so convenient and nice.
Kind of looks like William Dafoe.
A little bit.
You know, I can see it.
I
can see
can't-
it.
I literally forgot what I just rolled for initiative. I can't
This is what being stunned 1 looks like.
horribly argue with that. That's
It's like, stop.
now.
So we didn't
as the,
demoralize the statue, we demoralized the
GM.
the game master.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as the statue gets moving, it is not particularly quick as it starts to march towards you, but it is clearly moving to intercept the group of you as you come in the warehouse and does not appear to have seen Trishik. Buddy,
Well, we don't mean no harm, statue. And I'm going to, I have my whip in hand for just this occasion.
Oh god.
And I'm going to snatch and try and, it has reach, so I'm going to try and snatch out one of the legs and trip it.
okay.
This is a fatal, this is an important moment in Buddy's
We got
career.
great history with this web.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nope moment.
Okay, this time.
This is a problem.
Ooh, yes.
yes.
Okay, that is a 39.
Very nice.
Oh, baby.
Oh, 40 with, because I'm using a trip weapon.
Oh, you have a trip weapon, that's right. A 40 is going to succeed, and as this thing just starts to move, as it's quite slow, mid-step here, you pull a leg out, and this whole statue topples over onto the ground.
Whoa! Did you guys see that? Oh my goodness.
That was amazing. You knocked that whole thing right over.
That's impressive.
Thank you. And I'm going to raise my shield. Sounds like a good plan to me.
So I got an action left. It's like 2.
I may step towards the golem, actually. I might get adjacent to him.
Okay. Well, up next to this thing laying on the ground. All right, Trishik.
Stay down.
So you would hear this. You would definitely hear the incredible crash of stone as this entire statue
And
topples.
also victory hoots.
The victory hoots in the distance. But you would similarly hear on the other side of the wall a clear commotion as some people over there have definitely also heard what's happening.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
my objective is directly in front of me. I'm going to skitter over to the top of the pile of things. How far of a distance is it between me and that?
Just slightly. You were here, so it's like 10 feet to get
Well,
above it.
no, like down.
Oh, it's only like a 5-foot gap. These are stacked almost to the ceiling.
All right, I'm dropping off the ceiling and I'm gonna hide.
Okay. So you want cover from the inside of it, or you want the golem side of it?
I want cover from this general area right here. I don't care about the golem.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured.
Yeah.
From the inside.
But actually, I'll shoot and then I'll hide. Not that it makes a huge difference, but
Okay,
I'm shooting the golem.
The golem's definitely gonna have cover because from right where you are, there's
Yeah.
just a big old stack of blocks in the way.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll shoot at it once with not a poisoned arrow. And
It is prone.
so that is a 27.
A 27, the arrow is going to connect with the thing as it lays on the ground, but just glance off of it completely harmlessly.
All right, and
7
then
does not hit its flat-footed.
I will just hide for a 33.
Pretty hidden. All right, resume.
Resume, having had dubious experience with golems in the past, will look at Roshin and go, Allegro, and cast haste on you.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to step back behind Roshin because these things move quickly and they hit hard.
Please no. You can kind of get behind like the Marshall
fine.
in the Marshall Roshin pocket.
That is
If you wanna
the
be,
pocket
up
I
close
want to be
here.
in.
That's like the safest
Yeah,
way.
ultimate safety land is what we call that. That's the protection zone. Okay, and then this statue laying on the ground as it's been knocked prone is going to pull itself back up.
I'd imagine very slowly.
Not particularly quickly, but as it gets up, as it continues to move, standing first to one knee and then pulling itself up to kind of tower over Buddy here. The statue being about 12 feet tall. It's pretty big,
Couldn't be wearing more than a loincloth, could you?
intricately carved. It is.
I was about to say, you deal with me and I wear a kilt, so...
It is going to reach up with one fist and just bring the whole arm down, slamming towards Buddy. The thing only seems to be so actuated. You haven't seen it move or open its hands at all from the original pose it was in. It's just smashing you like it's a big club with its forearm here. That is going to come down for a 35.
And that'll just hit, but I'm going to kind of brace into it with my shield and try and glance off most of the damage.
All right. It is going to hit you for 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As this thing comes through with a pretty impressive amount of force. And then the other, as that already comes down, it just pivots at the waist, almost swinging like a clothesline with its other arm, just in your general direction. Which, with your shield already up on guard, you'll easily be able to duck under. Marshall.
I do what I do best.
We drink.
Ah!
We met.
And you think you're big, so am I.
I like that. It gets deeper.
I like it.
Plenty of room in here.
So
Yeah,
that,
you got plenty of warehouse space.
plenty of room.
I even left you plenty of room to walk up.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
actually
and
gives
he's
you
in
in range
reach.
of immediately.
Yeah.
You just see my axe ignite as I go.
Oh, that's new. Hey!
39.
39 will normal hit.
Norm?
He's crit resistant. Is not
No, he's not. He just has a really high AC.
Aw.
that's
He is
not
made
enough.
of stone.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He was 20. Yeah. Good rolling though.
See, that's 17. Okay, so 17 plus 17, that's 34, and then 6
So-
fire damage.
So the fire, as this thing seems to be a construct of sheer stone, just waves across it harmlessly.
Okay, so the fire
there's-
does
Yeah,
nothing.
there's nothing
Okay.
that can catch on. It's completely unharmed by the fire.
But it's still.
So what was the regular damage?
The regular damage was
34.
34. Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
So with 34, and even on top of that, the body is incredibly solid. Your axe biting into its stone flesh, but not nearly as much as it would were it, not literally made of rocks.
Understandable.
It does seem to be relatively resistant to your attack, but you still do most of that damage.
I was sending the message.
It's about sending a message.
Roshin.
Okay, so Roshin, she's got her sword, she's ready, and then she sees Marshall hit it with the giant axe, and it just kind of goes bang,
Kank.
and she just kind of looks down at her
You can send some
sword.
chips flying off.
There's
showers
a
and bits
chunk
of
in there, it's
rubble.
just not
Yeah,
as
it would
deep as-
bite, just
yeah.
not that deep.
Right then.
I mean, if I had a
is
giant
this?
hammer instead,
Yeah.
that might
Oh,
be better.
haste.
and
Thank
you
you.
are
I've
fast.
got a hammer in my belt.
Because I know you're gonna forget.
It's a big hammer. It's a
Not gonna forget.
battle hammer. Warhammer? Warhammer?
But right. Oh my god, I forgot I had a hang on, where is it? There it is. Goodness, how did I forget that name? Like it. All right. Anfamerige. She's gonna throw that, and a whirlwind of a banner is gonna whirl around her in a battle frame, concealing her from sight. She's then gonna use her haste action to move up.
Fast effects.
Fast effects.
Zoom.
Next
girl.
to Buford. And
Buford.
that's Buford's
Not Buford.
Cousin.
strange cousin here that was come to help us out.
The hat guy.
The hat guy is exactly right. And she's going to raise her shield as well. And I do have one action left, which... Yeah, I'll swing at him. Let's see what happens.
Give him a slap.
Let's give him a slap. That's decent. That's going to be a 34.
34 will hit.
Oh, wow. Good rolling. See how much actually sticks. That's going to be 15 slashing.
At 15, that statue, just its construction is going to take near nothing. More than half of that glancing off as you just barely leave a mar on the things.
I'm assuming it doesn't take any bleed damage?
It is not going to bleed.
I didn't think
It is,
so.
in fact, a rock.
How much of a rock is it?
So-
Apparently all rock.
Buddy, as we come around to you, I'm going to add some new friends to the table here.
Friends.
Because we have some friends. Friend 1, you got 25, Marshall?
Yep.
We're going to come in here. And friend 2 is going to come in here. As Trishik, you could certainly hear some
Pitter-patter of demonic
scrambling
feet.
in response, some grabbing some metal on stone as things are collected, and footfalls as boots are scrambling. Buddy,
Well, I've still got this nifty whip here, and another flourish around trying to catch one of its legs again.
as a moment of
Oh my
shining
goodness, we're so good today. 37.
light. 37 will lock it back down.
Oh my goodness.
Another-
down there.
Well, I'll be. You see, now this is some value out of here. Whip.
The most
Leaving at
impressive
this point
part-
twice in a row, almost just craters in the floor. The wooden paneling of the warehouse as this thing is slammed into it not once but twice. This thing must weigh like a ton, just crashing into the ground.
The most impressive part is the amount of leverage you're getting on such a big thing while standing directly in front of it. You're just
Well,
grabbing its
so
foot with the whip
big
and
that
throwing
I can just tag out and it works out real well. Don't really have. Hey, Can I think a little bit if does this look like a regular watchdog type statue? Can I think about it or perceive a little bit, see if it looks like it's a long time store
You're gonna
watchdog
need-
or if it's more Scarlet Triad-y?
Well, you can see that it's carved of the same salt and pepper granite or marble. I don't every time it's like the 5th time I've said granite. I don't know why my brain goes to granite.
You were taking it for
black
granted?
and white, more like scattered than veined marble. That many of the fixtures and decorations throughout Sunset Imports appear to be made of the same stone. What must be either a rare or exotic stone, as you've seen near none of it, or if anything, carved of this previously in your life. It definitely matches the decor of the warehouse.
You know, I wonder if we can't talk this thing down and maybe if we had some key phrase or something. Maybe it needs just an off button or something. And I'm gonna raise back my shield.
Alrighty.
I mean, I know one off button. Smashing it.
Trishik.
Can I peek over this pile while still remaining hidden?
Yeah, because you're hidden from them. So I'll go ahead and just put you straddling this so you can see in there. And you can, I'm just going to very slightly adjust this so the bottom of it shows up on the screen. You can see that the situation looks much as it did when you came in the other day. You see the same halfling still chained to the wall, now much worse for wear. A man reaching for a huge iron club and a similar demon that you'd seen from the Genie's Smile that looked much like Bull Butcher, turning around, looking towards the doorway, and already raising his claws, preparing an incantation.
You can't shoot people mid-incantation in 2nd edition, can you?
No.
I mean, good.
I'm gonna shoot him, but
I mean,
yeah. So, seeing him, I'm gonna pull out that poisoned arrow, and we're going to plink it down at Senor Demon.
Okie dokie.
As
See the book
Diablo.
is still behind you.
How do you know he's married?
Divine spell card box.
So that's a 40.
A natural 20.
That's a 19.
That's pretty good. As you shoot that arrow, a 40 is absolutely going to critically strike this demon as he readies to cast his spell.
And a fortitude save.
Alrighty.
So it's been a second since I crit, so that's 2d6.
It's going to be a 35 on the fort save.
Okay, so he passes.
He's a huge demon
Yeah.
of beef.
I can hope he rolls bad.
I mean,
Yeah, ones exist.
Yeah.
yeah.
That wasn't one of them, but
Okay, so I need a deadly d10. 2, 4, and the
Crit.
extra d6
Man.
come in when I use melee weapons. So 5, 10, 16, 21, 23. So 46, 48 damage.
48 points of damage.
And he's pinned.
And a solid hit. And as this strikes him, he turns and looks up to see you on the top of the stack of boxes. His gaze narrowing immediately as he kind of pivots his claws your direction.
And I'm going to hide again. After shooting. I'm going to shoot him one more time. And then hide again. Or would that be movement for me to come over?
No, you're just like peeking over. I
Okay.
just put you there so you can see. You're in the square to the left after your token's in.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will, I'll just shoot at him again because he's my mark for death and I want to. For 27.
27, as he's now looking, is going to be able to avoid, just glancing. The first one having pierced through him so effectively, almost by blind luck, as you know how thick their hide is. And then you can hide yourself again.
Yeah. For a 24.
Okay.
So it probably still knows I'm there.
Well,
I can
resume.
Probably see he's staring at me.
Well,
We'll see.
he can see you. Here,
Can I have a token?
2 more tokens.
Actually,
my
you know what? Here. I'll re-roll that stealth check.
Might as well.
Might as well. To a much better, so that is a 33.
Okay. Resume.
So Resme, seeing that this thing is down on the ground, is going to bring a load of heavy magical missiles down on it. And I'm going to do magic missile.
Alrighty, so as you let loose your salvo, as you so often do,
Not a max level though, just 3rd level.
your flurry of force bolts fly out, and as each of them hit this golem, they almost look like they shatter, just splashing into a spray of bright sparks harmlessly across him.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Is it magic resistant?
This is, yes, okay. Beast is golem. So,
Never mind.
what?
Roshin had a plan and then she just saw, oh,
Magic
magic
doesn't
missile just
work.
didn't work on it. Well,
That-
I won't do this then.
Yeah, I figured I'd check that.
Maybe you should try
Do you want me to make
Fireball.
a...
Crap.
Yeah, it's like, slashing is ineffective. That's okay. Spiritual weapon does force damage. I'll go to this magic missile. Bing, 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 bing.
It's
Ah.
clearly visibly, like, almost just the bolts themselves are shattering again in this spray of these purple sparks across it, leaving no more on its surface at all. It's clearly utterly unaffected. The demon down below is going to quickly glance at the man there as he's grabbing this big iron club and readying himself, and look back up towards where you were. And teleport up to the other side of the stack of boxes, directly in front of you here. He couldn't see you, but you haven't moved, and he went to where you were last, so there we are.
But he had to get there, and
Yeah,
that's
as-
what matters.
Yeah, and as he arrives up here, he plants his claws into the crate you're hiding behind, shoving not just you, but the entirety of the crate up off the top of this. And this is against your fort DC. It is going to be a 39.
That will critically push me.
So that is going to launch Trishik back 10 feet, where you are then going to fall 25 feet onto the ground below.
All right.
How much falling damage can you ignore?
50 feet.
Okay. So as you go fly, you see Trishi come flying off of this.
And just gracefully
And he
backflip
just,
and
he
land.
just flips and lands, stuck on the ground. And all of you can now see this demon up top. There's this crate goes flying, shatters across the floor.
Roshin, there is demon on the roof.
So there he is.
Again! And as the golem stands himself back up again.
Attack
using
of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity, yep.
I remembered.
This odd, almost pose of his hand, like he's reaching or holding something, pulling himself up. We got
38.
38 will hit him.
Is he back up?
That's
before?
flat-footed.
Is he
He is
still
up.
flat-footed?
He is up.
Oh, he. So you
Because he
get
gets-
up and
well,
then you.
because it interrupts the
Ayo,
movement.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he actually would be flat-footed. So that would be a critical hit, actually.
Oh! In that
Look
case, 34 times 2, so that would be 68.
68. You feel him. Okay, math time.
Oh, no, you don't!
And with this massive strike, as he goes to pull himself up, you land a cleaving blow with this axe so hard, you actually smash off the arm he was pulling himself up with, and he falls back down to the ground. And then move.
Feeling handy, aren't I?
As he
Can I
hits
make you proud?
As he hits the ground a second time, not just do you hear this thundering slam as he remains prone, but a wave of energy ripples out of him. And I
Interesting.
need Buddy, Roshin, and Marshall to make me fortitude saves.
Hey.
Oh, natural 20.
wow.
31?
41.
You got
With a natural
20. Shut up.
20.
37.
And as it hits all of you, you feel this weird energy kind of push through your bodies, almost like time dilates for a minute, like it sort of slows down a little. But it doesn't seem to have any kind of major effect. You're not sure exactly what it is. Then from the ground, he reaches out with one arm, just swinging blindly towards one of the three of you. He's a golem, he doesn't think. Which is gonna be Buddy. It's smashing at you for a 27.
And it's I'm prepared for it. It just bounces off the shield.
We're at the point that a 27 wouldn't even hit me.
Alright, Marshall. Yeah, when you roll a 2, you usually don't hit things.
Is he still on the... Yeah, he's still on the ground.
He's still on the ground.
Well, I'm gonna do what I do best. Dwarf smash.
Oh my god.
Dwarf smash.
Dwarf smash! Crits it again!
I just see this behind,
Just
from like
giant
above
axe.
me. This axe just come down like. I'm like,
War pick
whoa.
just destroying this thing.
Is that max damage?
Almost. I rolled a 10 and a 12.
Oh.
So that's 22 plus 17. So that's
39.
39 times 2,
78.
78.
78 damage.
Too bad I don't have fire, otherwise that would be great.
That was
with-
still good.
Really awesome.
We'll take it.
With that slam, cracking the whole body of this golem near in two here. His entire pieces, like whole pieces of the statue, are just left motionless and inert on the ground as the rest of it still struggles to move.
Okay. For my next action, that was just my first life.
For my next
Next action, gotta go ahead. It's still up, surprisingly, so I might as well hit it again.
Well, up is a strong word.
Well, you know what I mean. That's okay. So -5. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, it's still prone, right?
It's still prone.
Okay, so 27.
27 is not going to land. As you just swing so quickly one after the other, you smash through some of the stones already broken free from this golem, doing
Gotcha.
no damage to what's left of
That's
the
fine.
creature.
All right. Well, with my last action, I'm like, you got lucky with that one. But then I look at the demon. Yeah, you're next. Intimidate.
He is too far away. Intimidate actually has a 30-foot range. They got to be close
really?
enough that they have to realistically.
Okay,
be
well, then
scared of
never
you.
mind it.
He's like well out of your reach.
Well, in that case, I'm going to sidestep, like, I guess.
Kind of in.
Yeah. A little bit closer.
You can get up
Perfect.
to this stack of blocks here.
Yeah,
pretty
just
easily.
right on it. That looks good. I'll sidestep right there and just, be a dwarf.
So this last guy in here. Oh boy, he trying.
He's getting constantly a barb feet.
He coming. What's your speed? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pick up his stuff.
He has to walk like people.
Yeah.
He's doing people things.
As he hefts this big iron axe off of the ground and moves that around. Yeah, I'm gonna readjust this a little bit so it's on the screen there.
The halfling
Sorry.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, the halfling is not currently relevant.
He's not going anywhere.
He is going to come hurrying around here to see Trishik on the floor in front of him and kind of focus his gaze that way. But that's his whole turn. He's just a guy. He can't teleport. He's not a cool teleporting demon. Rashid.
All right. So if I count this correctly, is that demon within 30 feet of me?
No, because he's also 25 feet above you.
Okay. Ah,
I'm positive he will be if you wait 6 seconds.
I have haste actually. So how close do I have to get in order to be able to keep him within 30 feet?
You'd
Up
have to
to the
get near to
boxes?
the base of the boxes.
Okay.
I'd say like 5 feet from the stack.
Well, I have a hasted stride, so.
yeah, so like
just-
up to the boxes actually, yeah, because he's on the far side of them.
Okay.
So up past Trishik would get you there.
Will I still have line of sight to him? Because I guess he's really tall, and he pushed the box off. So.
Yeah, he pushed a box off, so you can see the top half of him there. As he's kind of like pushed out over Trishik.
Okay. So hasted action, she'll flit over to the bottom of the boxes, pull out a scroll, and she's gonna glare up at the demon, and it says, "Vile spawn of the pit, chains of starlight will bind you back to where you came from." So that's a demoralize.
First, we scare the
First, we scare the demon.
Step one.
Step 1.
That's decent. Can I get intimidating prowess for this since we're in a fight?
physically menacing him. I don't think you can really physically menace him on a tower box just 25 feet above you.
Fair enough. I could shake a piece of paper at him.
You. He doesn't know what that piece of paper is, though.
It's a 33.
33. That's gonna spook him a little bit.
Nice,
He
nice.
doesn't know. He's worried that don't seem to be afraid of him, and that he also just launched a lizard 30 feet in the air who just landed like it was nothing. This isn't going how he thought it was gonna
What?
go.
Why are people running at me? And
Big and scary.
she's going to
Parachute.
Power of Desna. Aid your friend in this regard, and the scroll will explode into starlight chains that will wrap around the demon and try to pull it into the floor. So it has a will save.
No, it won't save.
I'm about to find out, I suppose. Is it a will save or a won't save?
Yes, alrighty.
If there was ever a time to roll a natural 1, this is it.
Do it. It's like, make him burn it. Make him burn it.
Dragon Soul 221. I know it's on the paper. I know it's on the paper. He doesn't know it's on the paper, but he's a little afraid. He doesn't want it. He's not interested in the paper. It's gonna be a 24.
24 is a failure. The chains of starlight are going to solidify. The crate at his feet will kind of glow orange, and he's going to get pulled slowly and inexorably down into the fire until he is yanked with sort of a popping sound of compressing air, and he will be vanished from this plane.
See, I was more expecting if I...
Man.
Bam. Yeah, delete it.
May
The
I see
paper
it?
has done as the paper was wanted. Banned immediately.
How to handle demons. Be gone.
Get the heck off my lawn.
I cast no. And as it starts to hit him and he gets pulled down to this, it's just wordless, looking down almost in disbelief of what's happening. He says nothing as he disappears after this portal. But the guy coming around the corner with the iron club looks up and sees that and sees the golem battered to pieces on the floor. And looks back up, sees the golem disappear. Thrush! Rasheen? I think you have one action left. Oh, no, that was all four.
It was a hasted
Move,
stride.
draw, cast.
No, bandolier. I do have one left.
Only the bandolier actually only takes the action away if you're pulling a kid out of it. It's just a nice place to hold scrolls.
I thought we fixed that.
No,
I
we
thought
didn't.
looked at it and
No,
saw
we
that.
looked at it and learned that while you can explicitly put scrolls in it, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't actually help you draw them any
It
quicker.
it's just
specifically
nice.
lets you use a kit as not an action,
Also,
like drawing it.
Trishik did miss that with all the things I was doing here. Thank you, chat. Don't let me miss those. 1 hero point is unacceptable. Best evil character ever. From
not
the real.
He's not evil.
He's not
Bengal.
evil.
He's very nice.
Questionable.
He's a very nice lizard.
Like a real
Sheet
decent,
does not say that I'm evil.
Such a nice.
real
gentleman.
decent fellow, I say.
Buddy doesn't say you're evil.
So, Buddy. Oh, I didn't move the haste.
I'm gonna look
It's
forward and
just
down.
sparkly
I'm
haste
so
in the
quick.
distance. Whoop! You outran the haste.
Fast lady is fast.
I'm gonna look down at the, just kind of as I see the axe, kind of just like shake the earth with the like just ripples come out of this.
I'm just looking
and I
down at
look
you like-
over and the demon's just like, like, wow, you guys gotten really efficient while I've been gone.
Did you miss
Crap,
us?
this is going super good, actually.
Well, alrighty then. You and so the is the statue, does it have no, which part of its body is it missing?
It's moving. It's lost like the entire like left pectoral and arm are gone all the way down to its hip. Just chunks splattered and destroyed as now smaller stones
But it's
spread
still
across
got
the
legs.
ground. It's still got
now.
legs. It still has one arm.
For
It's still
now.
moving to get up.
It's still trippable.
fighting.
Well, it's already down,
It's already on
so
the ground.
it's not
I mean,
really
it's not
trippable.
actually trippable.
Well, I'm gonna go walk over and get in front of True Sheik and make sure he doesn't get
What's your
squashed.
speed now?
25.
Oh, you can get there in one move.
Clomp, 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 clomp.
Fast time. Okay, like Marcel's fine. He's got this.
Yeah.
Be like,
I got
Nah,
this one.
you don't seem like an idiot. I mean, don't prove me. Well, you should probably not fight us, I say. And I'm going to roll intimidate and then put my shield up. I don't have to be intimidating.
You stop that. I don't have to be intimidating.
Ooh,
The rest of my party is
19 on the
Learn to
die,
pick your fights, boy.
yeah, exactly. So that's a 32.
I just realized this demon is bleeding and whatever hell he got banished to.
Yep.
It's not a terrible day.
His hell was a
32,
bloody
you
one.
said?
Yeah.
32 is gonna succeed, and he does seem like he's pretty visibly shaken by how poorly this went so quickly. Trishik. That's 3, right? Yeah, Trishik.
So, do you want me to roll the bleed on the demon just
No.
on the off chance somehow he dies to bleed in
Demon
an
is fine.
unknown
he
place?
Has literally all of, well, he has almost all of his health. He has like well over 150 health. He's fine.
He's evacuated our dimension.
He's mad,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's fine.
We put him in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner.
Well, I'm going to mark a new target for death.
All right.
And just while I'm doing it, would it be wise now to put down the weapon? Maybe we let you live.
That resume.
Resme is going to flip her hands and with an incantation of Flamme is going to use her one action once a day, produce flame from her amulet on the golem.
Okay. And as you toss this over, the fire similarly harmlessly splashes across the golem's body. With your magic, it catches a bit on the stones that have broken away, the large chunks that have been rendered mundane on the floor, and they actually continue to crackle and burn for a little bit, even charring the surface of the
Interesting.
stone. But the golem itself is utterly unharmed.
Okay. And Resme will snap her fingers and disappear.
No.
Nope.
Alrighty. So, the golem
I know.
is gonna stand up. He is not smart. He is actually mindless.
Oh my god.
This is what it gets for attempting to stand up. It loses another arm.
How many 20s have you rolled on this
That's
golem?
Enough.
2.
So 9 plus 17, so that's
What do you do to it? Like
20,
it's not
26.
Times 2.
Times 2, 52.
Yep.
So
So
with-
on this last one, I'm guessing this is the killing blow at
Oh
this point.
god, it's dead.
I'm just like, no. The only big one around here is me. And I just take the back end of my axe and just cleave through his head and just.
And you just crumble the whole top half of this thing to ruins. Maybe like a waist and some legs now mundane and inert, awkwardly splayed on the ground how it was when it tried to stand up. The rest of it, no chunks left larger than your torso.
As I see him crumble, I just kind of, do the whole like flexing and roaring thing, and I'm like, this is what Marshall is cooking! Ah!
Changing the saturation for the dead token does not change this token very much.
Yeah, good point.
It is actually a very brown token in the first place.
Look,
You can flip it upside down if you want to.
William Defoe will not be lightened.
That works.
We take those.
Womp 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 womp.
That makes me happy.
And Marshall, that puts it to you beat your way into your turn. So
That's how you do it.
I go now. Your turn is over.
It's my turn. Anyway, we still got the guy over there. I guess I'll just
You can hear him
slowly.
coming, and you can see everyone yelling at him, but you can't see him
Yeah.
around this big stack here.
I was about to say, I'll just come around the corner till I at least am inside, like within, visible range of him to the best of my capabilities.
He just sees this
Yeah.
giant pier around the
I just kind of peer. I literally peer around the corner with my axe and my beard aflame.
That's horrific.
Just look around and be like, here's Marshall. Intimidate.
He's already frightened.
He's extra frightened.
He's probably
extra
frightened too now.
I can math. 32 on top of that.
Yeah, 32. He's already scared. He is now
Still scared.
definitely scared. Yep, it's confirmed for scared.
I'm gonna eat ya.
Is that it for your turn?
That's all I got for now, I suppose.
worry about
There's nothing for me else to do
I worry about
until you guys
Marshall
move out
hanging
of the
out
way.
with Trushik so much. I think Marshall's a bad influence on him.
Or is it the other way around? I don't know.
He's gonna see the group of you coming around here. With a
at
giant
least-
dwarf pinned around the corner. Demon disappeared, just rubble on the ground in the distance. He saw the axe. He saw the huge axe smashing this thing. He's gonna stop. He's got this iron club in both hands. For a moment, he's just gonna stand there and kind of look. No! And just run forward. Axe over his head, charging into the group of you here.
That's cute.
To swing at Trishik through the middle. The only target not covered in metal.
I'm in a nice suit.
And swinging this big iron club
And I'm going to dodge
overhead.
it.
You gonna what?
Dodge it.
Nimbly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nimbly.
nimble dodge.
Nimbly dodge it. It's gonna come down at you for a 40.
Actually, crit.
Wow.
Unless it's... No, that'd be a crit because I'm at 30.
And as this thing smashes down into you,
I'm gonna be like, if you find yourself walking down the wrong path, you could always just turn and walk the other way.
39. He's frightened 1.
Does not crit because of nimble dodge.
Regular hit.
Very nice.
He is going to hit you for 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's minus 12.
Minus 12, so
10.
yeah, he's just swinging through that. He's not thinking right now. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Now you're gonna see him visibly weaken after that, and this blow is gonna be strong enough that it is going to blast Trishik down to the floor, knocking him prone. And he has no idea what Buddy just did, but it was clearly something. So he's gonna turn your direction as this club is in the ground and just lift one leg and just boot out towards you. These both status. Okay, so it's just a
Boot
minus
me?
2 on the attack. 4,
His only ally in this entire situation.
a 25.
That's against fortitude, or?
That's an attack.
Oh, it's an
He's
attack.
just kicking you.
Oh.
Bonk.
So he kicks at me, and it just like tap across my arm. I go ting, and I'm like,
That's
Now
clear.
here now, son.
As he knocks your cheek down and just kind of kicks you, and he sees whatever forces was kind of slow him, and he slows a bit, overcoming his fear, but feeling this weakness just kind of overpower him. And just again, no!
Okay. I don't know if he's gonna do something or if he's just shouting.
Rasheen.
Sounds constipated.
Roisin's gonna kind of get a bit of a slasher smile on her face. I'm so glad you decided to go down this path with us. And she's just kind of gonna get her sword ready. She's gonna drop the shield, two-hand the sword, and the first thing that she's gonna do is just lock eyes with him and give him this little psycho smile, and that's a demoralize.
Only a little bit of a psycho.
a little.
You know.
I'm assuming intimidating prowess works here.
Yeah. He's physically menaced.
Totally gonna session reroll that.
He's every possible.
Same number.
physically
Really?
menaced.
That's sad.
Hate to see
Okay,
it.
so maybe not that great. 26.
26. He is beyond fear at this point. This man has entered his final stand.
She's gonna just two-hand the sword and just bring it down straight at him. Boulier Bosch, and it's gonna glow red as it smashes down at him. So that's gonna be.
Bonk.
Much better.
There we go. That's a 30.
30 will hit him.
Excuse me.
Ooh. Oh,
That's pretty good. 36 slashing.
Whoo!
That's gross.
Okay.
And D6 bleed.
Yeah, and D6
And
bleed.
he's bleeding again.
Ah, that poor guy.
All right, buddy.
And
Wait.
one more action.
Hasty.
Intimidate. Yeah, intimidate, regrip, swing. One more, yep.
Yep. And then shield.
Buddy.
But you dropped your shield.
Shield spell.
Ah.
Oh.
He's got the
Just bark in his face.
magic.
Shield!
He just yells. He just screams shield at this guy.
Yeah.
Shield!
And boing! I get runes in front of me. Battle Oracle.
You actually did it?
You actually did it.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I'll be like, well, boy, now I know good judgment comes from making a lot of mistakes, but you're not going to be able to make any mistakes if you keep down on this road. And I'm going to try. Well, I guess he's already intimidated.
He's
No,
not
he
actually.
felt. He's not
He shook it off. Yeah, I wasn't able to
Okay.
rolled a 4.
Did you not just intimidate him last turn?
Oh, it's within
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You've done it. You've done it. You've done it.
Well, you
You
know
can
who could be.
theoretically be intimidated 2 more times.
Okay, well, and I'm going to flourish my whip here again, guys. It's fabulous.
It is really fabulous.
I know, it's a really good whip.
spectacular whip.
Well, not as fabulous in this situation exactly. Okay, so that is a 25.
25 is definitely not going to pull him down now.
But that was a feint. I would say this time for sure is the real whip.
So minus 5 if you do it again.
That's okay, you know. Like
Okay.
I have
Just making sure you do that also applied the tripping and stuff.
Oh no, it's worse.
Exactly
That's a-
one worse minus the.
Yeah, minus 5.
Yeah.
So 20.
Yeah.
20 is you whip the first time with your feint and bring it back down again. As he brings his leg down from this failed kick, he stomps and twists his foot on your whip.
And the whip goes flying out of my hand. I'm like,
I think you used to chip in.
excuse me, sir. And I've got my shield, but now I'm looking much more aggressive now.
I think you're looking to mainly be tripping large things with that. You're not used to tripping small
All right,
things.
So,
Shashi.
so is that what
Yeah,
happens when a
All
problem
right.
comes along?
So I'm going to feint and stand up. Just combining. I'm going to spend 2 actions to do it. 1 to stand up, 1 to feint.
Okay.
And I'm going to.
As you start this and move to stand up, he brings the club back up again. Stay down! And just swings it back at you. Upsetty.
nimble dodge.
32 with his enfeebled against your flat-footed, so it'd be a wash for your
Yeah,
dodge,
so
basically.
it still hits.
Which is gonna catch you for another 19 points of bludgeoning damage, but not knock you back down.
And he'll still feel that.
Oh, 17.
Your
so
last-
I was just saying 17, not 19, because enfeebled's on damage too.
And he would, so he'd still feel that last. You're running out of shots here, and I'll also bring my shield over, and block most of the damage trying to intercept with my shield here also.
Okay.
So I take no damage.
So you take minus 12 again, minus 24.
So you take no damage, yeah.
So yeah.
You,
How much did my shield get?
you can't, can you do both reactions at once?
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was you had 2 reactions.
No, I've got
You have the mixed
3
reactions.
reactions now.
You have the mixed reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that you'll completely negate that throwing your shield in the way. Take no damage.
So I'm just going to take my time standing up with a handstand. This is the part that is the feint. And I'm going to...
This is the part where he kills you.
I'm going to make it look like I'm not taking him seriously. And then flip around onto my feet, bringing my claws up to rake across him with my third action. So the feint is a 27 against his perception DC.
Feint's gonna fail. Yeah, he's watching you. You're the his analyzed weak target, so he's watching you.
Can I reroll that after I know?
No.
Okay. And the attack is a 36.
36 will still hit him anyway, though.
Backstabber is only against flanked targets or
Yeah, I
flat-footed.
believe it's flanked or flat-footed. Yeah, it definitely doesn't apply on
Yeah.
standing up and just hitting him. Whatever the condition, just hitting him in the face
Yeah.
is not it.
So he's going to take minimum damage. Oh, these are D4s actually. I
That's-
forgot.
that's
No,
still
that's
minimum
claws.
damage.
So yeah. So he takes 7, 9. Yeah, just 9. Because he got clawed.
All right, Resume.
Resume had activated her bracelets of dashing, so her movement's 35.
Okay.
So I'm gonna book it over toward the boxes, trying to go around Marshall, who is very large.
Okay, that's 35. So it'll take you 2 moves to get around it to where you can see this fight here.
Can I tell if there's blank space on the other side of those boxes if I go and look through them?
No, they're very well stacked. It's
They're
a
very well
solid
stacked?
wall. They're all up against each other very intentionally.
Okay. In which case, she will just kind of hold there and see how the fight is gonna go.
Okay. Well, Marshall.
I'm just gonna take a little step closer.
This little alley, you're ginormous. And this little alley right here between the boxes is not particularly large. As you step in there, give me an acrobatics check, unless you literally just don't care about bowling a bunch of boxes over.
I mean, I have Juggernaut, so I should just walk through it.
Okay, fair enough. So, as you just walk up...
It's an
into
ability.
That's the sheer terror.
I don't even like try to squeeze it. I just literally casually just like and you just see the boxes crumble as I walk.
Yeah, this one on your left is pretty solid, but the one on your right, as you push through and just shoulder him out of the way, is a very haphazard stack. And as you come through, it is going to collapse over directly onto Invisible Resume in a massive spray of cargo and crates.
Nimble dodge.
Need you to make it's a reflex save.
It's a
actually.
reflex save, okay.
So yeah, nimble dodge, but roll for it.
Sorry.
I'm nimble.
To be fair,
No
I
idea,
can't.
she's
you
invisible.
can't see
Yeah.
her, yeah.
To be fair, I can't see you, and I'm just doing dwarf things.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 33.
Okay,
'cause I
33
have
will
that.
succeed, so you can take half. So it's gonna be 21, so you will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as all this cargo just kind of topples and shatters around you. Some of the crates cracking
It's
and
okay.
busting open.
You
Yes,
didn't even get through my temp hit
it's
points.
falling crates. It's not like you're gonna die
Okay.
instantly or anything. But go ahead, you got 2 actions left, Marshall.
I just kind of loom over, like, causing a problem, man. Raining the axe down.
Oof.
35?
God, it's been so lethal this
Yeah, I
game.
know.
35 will hit him.
Oh, and yes, you see the dry blood on the axe boil and then ignite and flame.
He is not immune to fire.
Yep, I get to finally use the fire
He's
now.
just a dude, so...
He's just a guy.
Is that a... Yeah, that's a 4. Okay, so 4, 9, that's 13 plus 17. So that's 30 regular damage and 1 fire, but...
Woo!
Whoa.
We used it.
Blood's still boiling off of
Yeah,
it.
it hasn't quite lit.
That's a solid strike. Yeah, 1 action.
Yeah, why not? Go for go.
Hit the man.
Hit the dude.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
33.
So
33 will hit him.
Do the thing again.
Barbarian! Hi, I'm a barbarian. I'm here to kill everybody.
Pretty much. So that's I can math, I swear. Okay, so 8 and 3, that's 11 plus 17. That's 28 and 1 more fire damage.
Go back to the war cage. This rune's stupid.
I paid nothing and I still want a refund. But as you're catching him with these blows, unlike the golem, he is at least attempting to get out of the way. So oddly, he seems to hold up to this better than the actual statue did, as it kind of just laid there and made no attempt to defend itself, and you just beat the crap out of it. He is at least attempting to not eat the entirety of this blade as big as he is directly in his forehead. So even these hits are still like glancing and rocking blows, but he's holding on surprisingly well, given the history of what your axe does to things. Which is that sound that just happened.
This one's got some life in him left. For now.
Oh boy, how long is he enfeebled?
It's actually only 1 round.
He just did it again, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
So
glimpsed him
the
again.
end of-
That's true. For the
He's
for the
enfeebled
attack of
forever because you
opportunity.
can just keep reapplying it to him every
Yeah.
turn.
Yep.
He is going to swing this club around, seeing this giant dwarf coming, and aim towards Rashid because he doesn't know what you're doing, but you're moving super fast and it's creepy and he doesn't like it.
He didn't have a whole lot of luck with me. He knocked me down. He didn't really seem like he did much.
It's gonna be a 40.
A 40?
Ooh.
I need a concealment check.
Ooh,
DC
you
6.
have the thingy.
Yeah,
thing.
I get the thingy.
The thingy.
Oh, looks like we got a
That is exactly a 6.
I think that's
so,
good then. I think
yeah,
that hits me.
it's meet or exceed.
Okay, so the that's gonna be a normal. That's a 40 even.
40.
40
it's on
even,
a
yes.
natural 20 though, so
Huh?
it's on a natural 20.
Oh, so it's definitely a critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a critical hit.
I'm gonna stop assuming that the number 40 is large enough to just be a crit. We're big boys now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
no.
but it was a natural 20.
Okay.
So as he slams this down, I mean, he is absolutely fighting for his life here with these swings and these blows he's got. It's going to be 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm,
The shield spell will explode and blast away 15 of those points.
and I'm also, as it hits my shield, it tinks off my shield, hits his shield, goes through his shield, and then smacks him in the face real hard.
Take another 12 off.
Yeah, another
He
12
hits
off.
you for 3.
Ow.
Wait,
Little cut.
don't you have the upgraded shield to knock off 15?
He did that. That's
He did
not-
that.
I thought you
Yeah.
said 10. That was my bad.
Well,
So-
no, I only do have 10. I've got the level 4 shield.
You
Big shields are expensive.
oh
They are.
you
why I
have a
have
level
one.
4 spell shield.
Oh, no, it is 15. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
that's
it
what I
goes
was-
up to max.
15.
Like it should be.
You
So yeah,
blocked
you'll
off
take 3.
12.
12. So yeah, I take a
You
total.
take 3 damage.
I told numbers to split.
But as
and he
this
told me
crashes
to.
through several shields, it is still going to knock you down to the floor. And then he is going to just kick out towards you, almost as he's already starting to scramble away from this. It's just,
So the scarves have tangled around hit. Wait, is that only when he fails to hit me by? Yes, never mind. No,
Okay.
keep as you were, sir.
So let me concealment first. Gonna pass.
Mm-hmm.
18 is not hitting you in the face.
Yay.
That is another natural 20.
I know.
Oh,
but
that'll
this
do it,
die
though.
wants our
He's
blood.
In. He's in there. This boot catches you as well. And let me see. He's got a. There it is. He's got a thing for his feet. And as you're on the ground, he is at an exceptional kicking angle. He actually has curb stomp as like an ability.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's wow.
So you're gonna take 24 damage from the kick.
Okay.
And with all of the 50 shields dispelled, that finally is going to come through. And then he's actually going to start retreating. And as he runs to fall back,
Attack of opportunity.
yep, I know. Never
The
managed.
Marshall's waiting for it.
Come on.
I hit him. Can I hit him now? Is it time to hit
32?
him? 32 will hit him.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh yeah, he's been bleeding.
Yeah, he has been bleeding actually.
Not as impressive as damage, but that's still going to be 22 regular and then 4 fire. So
Okay.
26.
26 altogether.
How much bleed is he taking recently?
Well, he hasn't taken anything recently. He's about to take 3.
He would take 2 rounds of it.
You would have taken some last turn. No.
No, because I go right after him, and that's when I hit him
But
with
he takes this hit, and staggering out of the room, he goes to retreat, falling back as he can into this chamber back here, heading for something. And you hear his footfalls receding back towards the south as he loops around the wall and can audibly sprint for his damn life.
All right, Roshin's gonna get to her feet. You're not getting away, and gonna haste move, chase after him.
Zoop.
And actually, she's gonna spend a focus point for athletic rush, so I get an extra 10 feet of movement as I chase
So
him.
what's your speed?
New speed is 30.
30 gets you here.
Haste gives you more speed, doesn't it?
No.
No, it just gives me an extra.
It just gives
So
him an
two
extra
moves,
sprint.
2 moves will get you.
I
to
just need
him.
1 move.
Oh, you just need to be around the corner.
Yep, to see him and be within 30 feet, which is where I am.
Fair enough.
Dive Lenoir, agonizing empathy. He has a will save.
It hurts to love other people.
Oh,
This dude is in there. 37.
37 is only a regular success, so he will take half. Oh, I have to save against it myself.
Critically fell.
no.
Dies.
Not Lenoir! Oh.
That's a 27. I fail it, so it goes to a success, so we both take half.
Bucket of dice.
Bucket of dice.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of 5
You
and 6
gonna
in there.
die.
22, and that makes 30, and 37, 40, 41. So 20 damage to the both of us, mental damage.
And how much did he bleed for?
3.
3.
3?
At the end of his turn, yes, he blew for 3.
So with that, as this spell casts forth, again, gripping both of your minds, his run, sprinting back towards what appears to be a bag, just some of his gear, and also this halfling in the wall. He starts to stumble, loses footing, and just crashes onto his face, sliding to a stop on the wooden floor here, dropping the club as he reaches up to his head, falling forth. And he does not look like he's moving anymore.
It's like when someone trips playing basketball in the PE class and just.
No, I
When they
don't.
trip playing PE and during PE and die.
Yeah.
That happens.
Like after just being lit on fire.
Yep.
Like that.
That nice long screech of their flesh.
Where did you
skittering
go to high
across.
school?
Countryside.
It was a rough place, wherever it was.
Man, that's
In the
that's,
country.
That's thug life right there.
As he hits the ground here, skidding very rapidly to a stop after just slamming into the wood boards of the floor. The sounds of the warehouse are going to fall silent, save for, I imagine, the group of the rest of you.
I'd be clanging in.
Coming around the corner here.
Honkadoring.
Your own footfalls and clattering armor echoing throughout the pretty open space. As you can all see that this large separator, this big stack of cargo here, was dividing a much more empty chamber on the far side that your all sound you make amplifies and bounces around. The halfling at the back wall, still shackled, curled up against the wall, kind of wincing as the guy came in running toward him. But then at this spell, as you stumble a bit and he, well, falls on his face and dies, the expression changes a little bit. He's at first like sheltered up, wincing.
Hello there.
Oh, you're looking like really beat up here. Here, let me help you out here.
Would look pretty.
And I can
well beaten.
lay on hands just to make sure he doesn't immediately die. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell with these, smaller folk.
He's so tiny. I can't tell if he needs my assistance immediately.
Not to worry, slavery's cancelled.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping it was. I was. Oh. No. No, it's not. Oh, Disney, help me. I told him everything. Oh, the flowers are doomed. I cursed us all.
The what?
One thing at a time, one thing at a time.
You're right. We should take a break.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
Lisa.
It's a good point you raise.
Yep. We gotta refuel ourselves.
Wow, never has a fight been so. I looked in the book, it's just like the numbers increase so fast in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. that I feel like I've never got a good hold on the counterbalance as of yet with our first big adventure here. Because I looked at this and it's like stone golem, AC 30, punches lots, huge hardness.
Resisted the magic, apparently.
It's a low encounter. Like, that's not a low. That golem's, well, that's a low. Okay, fair enough. Wow, we're 10th level now.
I can't believe I go away for 3 weeks and you guys are like
Monsters?
the most efficient kill monsters I've ever seen. It's remarkable.
Monster.
Team now.
I am my own boss.
That's it. That's it.
It's crazy.
But I mean, yeah, low, fair enough. Low confirmed. That was a low encounter for the whole party. I can't argue. That thing got obliterated. I mean,
He
you
was
can credit
still
like
alive
4
and I
times
just
in a row,
walk
but
away. Yeah,
still.
that's true.
I mean,
He did roll out of 20s. 20s does help a situation.
and even then, I have a really high.
Gandalf. Glad you enjoying our character art here popping up.
Depropa Gandalf.
Pretty
That's
solid
amazing.
amazing.
That's amazing.
Really
I
good username.
appreciate
And
that screening.
Geek-tastic Jen, thank you for the sub during that fight there. Now we've come to the end of that battle.
Depropa Gandalf, the gray area.
We're gonna go take a break.
One of us might not come back.
We're gonna stand up, stretch our legs, refill some drinks, hit the bathroom. Feel free to do the same. In fact, we recommend you do. Go
Don't
get some
pee in your
snacks or
chair.
something. But if you are gonna hang out, we got some break time highlights for you to enjoy, and don't go too far because when we come back here, well, we've saved the halfling and absolutely frickin' obliterated the one Scarlet Triad guy that was in the warehouse.
All of
Can you
them.
imagine looking at the 5 of us and being like, yeah, I could take that?
I mean, he tried.
We just kind of went in there
He
and went,
tried for like 6. To be fair, he's probably for like 6 seconds, where he's like, "Nope." Took her on.
It's not ending well.
Ooh, this was a mistake. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. As we were leaving off, we had just utterly demolished a stone golem. Apparently, the other demon we'd heard of with Bull Butcher. Another one of those massive purple brutes. And another Scarlet Triad member. Boss, unsure. He was here alone. Well, with the demon, but otherwise, the only actual member of the Triad that was here.
Buddy's going to have a really warped perception about how easy it is to fight demons.
Oh yeah, Buddy has no experience. He didn't experience Bull Butcher, but he's like, what is
The
it?
demon in the gate was like also a very nice guy. So
Yeah.
like, really very warped perception.
Demons are not the devil.
Oh, that was
It's a different thing.
Well,
I think this is
Buddy
also a
doesn't
devil,
know.
though. Let me actually double check. Is this a devil?
You
or a
called it
demon?
a slavery demon, so I wasn't sure.
It is a demon. It's a slavery
Yeah.
demon. Yeah.
I had to
Oh,
kind of
right,
like.
right. If it's like cardinal sin thing, it's a demon usually because there's like the lust demon, the pride demon, the slavery demon, which didn't quite make it into the big 7, but it's one of the less deadly sins. The
Enslavement.
explicit goal is not to kill them, so I mean, slightly below.
We're gonna call them the injurious sins.
But you had rescued this halfling here. He seemed quite distraught. And as you came around to him, you could see that he has a pretty decent heap of what must have been the Triad members' gear and equipment, but much more than one man would need. There's a decent pile of supplies, weapons, and useful things back here. Several short swords, clubs, and saps. Simple crossbows and short bows with racks and quivers of bolts and arrows. And
very nice.
this halfling, still manacled to the wall, looks up at the group of you, and before he says anything, I need to get more hero points
Hands a
up for
mysterious
Chaos.
coin to Roshin.
The ghost of Azan haunts the chat here. Roshin, for being prepared for that encounter, and that was some solid
very
S
awesome,
tier
yeah.
preparation.
That worked out well.
Like,
Thank
that
you.
was,
Thank you.
You already have the dragon sword, so I don't have to change the screen at all. You can just take that.
Oh my god, I've got quite a pile.
Yes.
The heap.
Good.
The crown has been passed. Brenda will no longer make fun of you for your hoarding.
See?
It is now Nick who has the heap. Oink.
You see why I keep it though? Like it's so nice to have.
It's okay. I'm just gonna keep rolling 20s.
I've messed this up royally. They're doomed. They're all doomed. It's on me.
No, slow down.
I couldn't have known someone was coming.
Dear man, I don't think you should get so carried away. Nobody's doomed.
Look, if you can slay that man, kill that demon, or whatever it was you did to it, I heard you smashing more outside. You gotta save my friends, please.
Of course, just tell us who they are.
You told the Triad where to find your friends. Well, this is wonderful, don't you understand? That means we know where the Triad are going to be going.
That's a good point.
We knew there's more of them in the city, we just didn't know how to find them.
Where are your
good
friends?
Why? I hardly think this is promising news.
Well,
We're
we
gonna kill
didn't-
them all. There's dozens of them, and demons and weapons, and they're
Well-
wizard and everything.
They'll probably kill them all if you don't tell us where they are, because you're kind of dilly-dallying over there, and I feel like it would be a lot easier if you just told
Look,
us.
we got safe houses all over the networks set well into Kintargo. We've been here since long before it was Ravenel, and
Well, we
I
don't
told them
need to
dozens
know-
of places.
We don't need to know about all of them. We just need to know about the ones you told them about.
I told them everything.
Oh.
I let everyone down.
What
Yeah,
network?
yeah. I mean,
Network?
yeah, kind of.
The Bellflower Network. We were
What is a Bellflower network?
abolitionists back when this was the Cellist port. We helped slaves escape. Out, usually out east.
Well,
Out
that's
to Iskar, to the mountains, or even Andor and beyond, usually.
well, that's very kind of you. But I thought slavery here was illegal. Are you still operating?
Well, it doesn't make it something illegal hardly stops it, darling.
I guess that's true enough.
But shouldn't the authorities be taking that over at that point?
Well, authorities can only help out with what they can seek and what they know about. And that requires evidence. That requires them to have time of the day with around
Makes
dealing
perfect
with
sense. Breach Hill operates the exact same way.
the pirates and the raid and everything else. And the Silver Council, bless their hearts, they try. And first thing they did when Ravenel broke away was outlaw slavery throughout the nation. But they can't be everywhere. And
Bet you they
people
collect plenty of taxes for it, though.
But people like this, like Shale here, that demon Thrash, or the whole squad at Triad, I don't even know if the council knows about them. They're not from Kintargo, clearly. They don't. But there has to be something.
Well, what's your name, young sir?
Gideon Conide.
Gideon,
Gods, I told them everything.
Gideon, perhaps you could show us on the map where these hideouts are, and perhaps we can start scouting them to see.
I don't know where I couldn't show you. There's hardly a city block without somewhere you can go for help. That's the point of the Bellflower Network. Giving easy outs and access for friendly ears near everywhere. It's not necessarily something we do with our whole lives. It's just, sensible sorts looking to help out as they can.
So you're just rattling off an entire registry to them. It's all in your head, is it? It's very impressive.
Well, I'm an operator. I'm one of the folk that run the network. I keep the connections going.
Well,
I'm responsible for setting it all up, and now I'm responsible for anything that happens.
It might be a wise idea then to see if you can put out an alert, send everyone to
They
ground.
brought him something. The wizard, a tall man, had come back.
Oh, I've heard
Not
about
a day
him.
prior. He brought some sort of a message back to Shale here. Obviously, I don't know what it is, but maybe it'll help.
Oh,
be
it's
on
like on
him.
a piece of paper then.
Yeah, it should be with their stuff.
Well, let's see what we can find. Perhaps we find something useful.
Roshin, if I can send Severin to the back of the network, he might be able to start making his way forward, telling people that somebody's coming and they can abandon their readouts.
I suppose having a bird show up and telling you that your cover's blown would simply demonstrate it well enough.
See? If you can start telling me where to send him, I can send my familiar
There's
and
a
try to
place
start
called Quite Hill. It's in the Noble District, northeast part of town. Regardless of where it is they're looking to hit first or what they're looking to do, that's how we communicate. That's how we send messages throughout Kintargo to the other operators of the network. We gotta get me there.
If they're going to hit there first, we might want to actually go there in force.
Regardless of whether or not they're hitting, that's the only way I can warn everyone.
All right. I'll send Severin ahead to warn them, and then we'll start making our way over there. How about that?
That works well. Let's see what we can find here in
I
the
don't
short
know that
term.
I can explain what to do. And, well, we could send just a global warning, but I don't know if they're going to listen to a bird. We don't have passphrases or nothing. For just this reason, they can be compromised.
But there's a piece of paper you can write a note. They know your handwriting. I can tie it to Severin's leg, and he can take it.
He kind of jiggles his shackles. I can try, but
Oh, we'll just get those off of you.
I just smash him.
Smash the chain and free his hand from the wall. Boy, that's a lower tracks for a dwarf.
I made him myself. His name is Big Red.
I would imagine there is key on man. Most
I'll
likely.
get
Oh,
him,
Shale's got it.
I'll get him a coin and paper.
He's a boy.
As you unlock him, he turns towards the pile of stuff here. He sent something out already. He had already sent word back to that wizard. The fact that he came here in person, it must have been. They must have had a plan or something. I don't know what they were planning on doing with me, but he opens up a leather pouch. So I'm sticking it in here. Like, here. Of course it is. Otherwise it'd be too easy. And he hands you this message here. Which, as you will quickly see, oh, it's actually not in Foundry. I put it in. I thought it would be easier to put it
Marshall literally just does
in
this.
here. You.
Similar to Buddy. Buddy's like,
Well, I'm gonna go back up to the front of the shop, make sure that we don't have any strange visitors, and make sure that the young lass up there is okay.
Oh, very good.
So I just drive
He
over
hands
all
you a missive written with what look like common letters and told him characters, but utter nonsense of words.
Is there any other book or anything on them, guys? We need to find. There's got to be a key. If this is a code, then there's-
I made it for the express purpose that you can play with it if you want to, Nick.
Yeah, but Roisin has no idea what a substitution cipher is. She's not gonna mess with it.
You train in society.
Puzzles are hard.
No, she's from the backwoods, man.
So Resme is gonna start digging around in all of their things, looking for a book or something that's been written in or notated.
What'd you say the man's name was again?
This man. Oh, he was Shale.
Shoyle?
Shale, like the stone. That's what they called him anyway. I figure.
There's a stone named Shoyo.
Shale, like the flat rocks.
Shale.
Aye.
What is that, Shale?
Let's see.
That's what they called him anyway. He called the demon Thrash, and the
These
demon and the wizard him Shale. He commanded some of them, but
Oh, it appears to be a relatively simple cipher.
Yeah, it's not complicated. I'm just.
It.
Well-
I think if you take a letter and move back,
Yes.
well,
Yes.
I heard you smashing some kind of rocks or stone or something out there. It sounded like he was mining copper, but I didn't hear no screams of battle until Shale came out to face you. What about the other? There must have been a dozen out here in the warehouse.
and there ain't any more around here as I know. They might have gone out
They
already.
must already be on their way.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it.
Oh, well, I don't know if this is even helpful, but we gotta do something. We wouldn't know who to warn. We could set a citywide warrant if we had the Kite Hill, but well, can you make something of that?
We're working on it. Give us a minute.
Well, I also think that, I mean, if we do send the bird and we send them a warning, I mean, they'd be kind of stupid not to listen to you, even just a little bit of it.
Look, they got a head of a force here in Kintargo. I don't know who the Scarlet Triad is. I haven't heard nothing of them until they arrived here just a few weeks prior. We've been fighting against them ever since. But they're clearly in the slavery business. I don't know why they come to Kintargo to do it. It must be, dozens if not hundreds of cities throughout the inner seas where you could work this without having to fight against the new law. But they got an old virus, they called her. Terrifying sort. Towers over. Even Shale here. Even the demon, almost. She's huge. I never really came in such sizes. She's... Look at that wizard, man. He was Kelishite, dark-haired, tall, fairly scrawny, blue-robed. Didn't get a name from him, but I heard him doing some kind of incantation, some enchantments out in the warehouse, just outside here. But I don't know.
I can tell what it is. You just finish it.
I don't know what it is they were doing. Most of their operations seem to be coming out of here, but I know they had some kind of another rendezvous site. I heard them talking about it, but this makes sense now. Everything they got's coded.
the code's not complicated. If you give us a minute, we'll have it cracked. But really, I do think you should let us start sending a warning. Severin can fly very quickly.
Well, of course, I can write. That's on the right with. I can scroll
Here.
something for an Ollie, but. All right, and he takes a little piece of paper and a pen and starts quickly writing something down, scrolling out in a very cramped and shaky hand. All right, if you got a bird, you're
I'll fold it up. Sav.
you're looking for an Ollie. Half the woman running a kite stand on the hill. She don't look like much, but she's the head of the network.
Don't you worry now, young mister. I'll go see your lady, and I'll give her the message, and I'll make sure she knows it was you. Do you know something about her? Something that only you would know?
Aside from the fact that it's her,
Well, maybe a moment you had. I don't know. Something.
Something to let her know that, you know, I'm a real bird, not one of them.
tell her.
Fake
With
birds.
that message, a Scarlet Triad. I wrote a Scarlet Triads in our safe houses, and everyone we've had contact with. Tell her. This is an hour for the red diamonds. That should make sense.
You got that, Sav? Of course I've got it. I'm smarter than you are. And Sav will take the note, and he'll nod at him, and then he will take off like a shot.
And as he starts moving around through this, he picks up one of the smaller short swords that is just in the racks of weapons there, and grabs a sling and a crossbow. It's pretty oversized for him. Just immediately slings it over his shoulder and grabs a little quiver of bolts and belts it around him. Right. Well, anything with a missive? Is it coming together?
Yes, is about half done. It does appear to be simple. Just take a moment to translate.
I'll start digging around through anything that's on the other guy. I'll look through his pockets, see if I can find anything.
And as you are looking through Shale here, he seems to be pretty well equipped to the last of the Triad bosses that you had dealt with, the captain beforehand. He's got this pretty enhanced, at this point I'll just give you with your feats and whatnot, the +1 striking great club that he has. And one of the bows back here is magical. A +1 short bow with a simple potency rune. Additionally, though, you would see then the leather sack where he'd kept similarly the important things here in the satchel with this note. There are also a couple of other small magical signatures. You would see two fairly intricate and complex runes inscribed into stones that would take at least a check to identify, as well as a small emblem about the size of a palm, shaped like an iron kite shield, with a crease down the center, attached to a thick bit of leather rawhide cord. Do you want to
Take a look at that first.
All right.
That's
then-
by far the most interesting thing here.
And Buddy's going to get down to his shield and kind of start cranking it back together again and refocus.
What am I?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Because you can't critically fail, so there's no reason for it to be a secret now.
While this is going on, is there anything going on up front? Like any?
If you head back up to
Can't critically fail, but I can roll a 2, so let's try that again.
head back up to Saria, she's sitting there, her face
That is
near
fairly
white, knuckles as she's gripping the.
How you doing,
seat of
lass?
This couch. It's similar. Oh, what happened? You're alive.
Oh yeah, of course.
I heard. Well, terrible smashing.
Oh, that was me.
Screaming
Sorry.
What was back there?
Oh, just a golem, a demon, and some rowdy, guy with the big stick.
But how's they gone?
Oh yeah, they're gone. We took care of them. We're taking care of a little halfling in the back. We're trying to help him out, but I just wanted to make sure that you were all right and we didn't have any unexpected guests.
No, nobody has come.
Good.
But
Have a drink. I just pull out another drink for her.
I don't know what to do now. I'll have to go into hiding somehow. They know where I live.
Lassie.
Say-
Take a sip, relax. We'll make sure everything's okay. Once the others are done fixing whatever strange translation thing that they're working on, we'll try and make sure that you have a safe place to be. Okay?
Put you in the bag of holding.
Suffocates and dies.
I'm trying my best to calm her down, which is weird for Marshall,
and
but the most intimidating looking thing besides,
so you're up there, both trying to calm her down, but also in case anyone shows up.
exactly,
there's the murder
obviously.
going up in the front.
I'm obviously still
Well,
keeping an
back,
eye at the door, too.
Rasheen and Trishik are poring over this note here.
Honestly, Nick is pouring over it. Roisin is probably not very interested.
34.
With a 34, you would be able to identify that this medallion here is a talisman of some kind, an armor talisman that can be affixed and activated as any other. And this,
Oh, that's how you spell that name.
though it bears the visage of a shield, isn't a physical defense, more of a mental one that would ward you against fear or terror to an incredibly powerful effect immediately, but then would, seems like, unlike most talismans, it would not immediately dissipate. It would have a lingering effect for at least a while.
Buddy, this might be good for you.
I really don't get scared easy.
I know, but if we run into any more of those trees, wouldn't you be happy to have it?
Well, I mean, if I no, well, we can figure it out later exactly where we're gonna put it.
And then give me one. I'll give you one just for both runestones.
Sure. Okay. It's gonna be a 30.
And with a 30, you would be able to understand the intricacies on these runestones as a pair of greater weapon potency stones. 2 plus 2 runestones.
Oh, boys. I think you're going to want to get your hands on this.
Well, I'm technically not in the room, so.
Yeah, he's up front with
No, boys.
with Saria.
I guess Roshin's technically one of the boys.
Basically.
You pretty much are.
Resume size.
In resume size.
In red space.
Oh, where did Marshall go?
He said he was going to go up front and check on the lady at the front of the star.
Well, that's a shame. He would love these. These look like greater potency runes.
Oh, do they now? Spectacular. Look at that. Sure, Shake, you have one of these, right? But I think it's the only one we found.
Yes, I do believe is in bow.
Oh, Marshall will have a lovely time with it.
That's what I was thinking.
Gideon
And letter is done.
was kind of watching over with Trishik.
got it?
What's it say?
It is a little sloppy, but it does believe it makes sense.
Shale, what kite hole, red long roads?
Let me see.
This doesn't make any sense.
Let me take a look at this.
I do believe is hints to locations.
Shoyle. No, it
White
show.
Kite Hill, Red Long Roads Coffee, Lady. Oh, it's locations.
Yeah, they
where
said
they're
it seemed like
going.
a Kite Hill. I don't know what these red and black and whatever this top one is, but of a Kite Hill. So they mean this is a hit list.
It
They mean to
most
move there directly.
certainly is.
Colors could represent perhaps code names for strike forces, something like that, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. they're
I've seen them do
groups.
that before in Galt. They used to be very fancy about it. They wouldn't use colors. They'd use like references to obscure Galton stories. They're very fancy about it.
Well, as I said, Kite Hills it's our contacts. It's when we get the warning out. I suppose it makes sense if they wanted to stop us from alerting anybody else that head there first. But Long Road's Coffee House, Lady Gorak's School for Girls, those are two of our bigger safe houses as well.
Fair enough.
Where do you want to go first? Which is closest?
Well, seems like the hill, perhaps.
We need to get to Kite Hill regardless. Now that we know what they're after, we can send a more precise warning. We can let Lady Gora know that they're coming for her, and, well, Desna willing, we can send a message to the coffee house as well.
Roshin, you
Lady-
can send a message, can't you?
I can. Lady Gora, you said. Let me go ahead and see if I can't give her a bit of a warning. Roshin's going to sit down and cast Sending.
And as you sit downstairs casting, it's like, I don't right know what you're doing, but if we can get to Kite Hill, well, we can send a message visible from the whole city in an instant.
Give us a minute.
This magic. Is this fast?
Can we
Yes.
get there in 10 minutes?
Not too much longer. It's only up in the Noble District. It's maybe a 5-10 minute walk.
I suppose if we hustle then.
All right.
And besides, if it doesn't work, if for some reason there's a problem, we can do your magic there. But Kite Hill's got to be our first stop. At least mine. Look, I don't know your names. I don't know a lot of you, but you're clearly capable folk. And I thank you for saving me.
Of
But
course.
No, I gotta pass that forward. I gotta do what I can for the network. I can't let them all die just because I couldn't hold my tongue.
Not worries at all. We'll be along. We'll keep us safe on the drowning, and we also make sure any of them try come at him. We'll take their heads right off their shoulders.
All right. I've already got that. Let's see. Auxiliary. And she'll start casting Longstrider.
Oh, it's very convenient. Thank you.
I already have it. You drink this.
Oh, me?
Yes.
You have to
Drink
go
it.
up front.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You're out front. She'll run
Potion
out
breaks
front.
on the empty floor.
She'll run out front and say, "We know where to go now. Drink this."
Don't have to tell me twice.
You are a network designed to hide people from slavers, aren't you?
Aye.
Have you not
Miss,
been listening?
weren't you looking to find a way to escape the Triad? It seems that these people are well connected.
Well, we were. But now they know all our safe houses.
Not now. Let's go.
Come on, we gotta get to Nolly.
Wait, before we go, we got to find a safe place for the Missy.
Stay here.
I'm going. You handle what you need. And Gideon moves to go to push the front doors open, and his feet just kind of slide on the rug. He's heaving with all of his might, and just kind of slowly getting
casually
his
stroll
massive
over and I
door
just
open.
use like my fingers.
And as you push it open, look, I could really use your assistance, especially if something's going to be hopping at the
We're
hill.
coming. Let's go.
Well, let's go then.
So Roshin's just going to turn to Madeira just as they're walking out the door and say, "You can come with us if you'd like to stay protected. If you think you have it in hand, you can stay here and do what you like." And Roshin will just walk out the door after the rest of them.
So I was focused on the paper. What all did we pick up?
From the paper?
No, yeah,
The
I was
room.
focused on the paper. What were the items that we found?
Oh, nothing of interest.
There was +2s, runes. I
I don't know
heard
what
that.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
There were nothing.
Don't tell the rogue what we got.
I'm kidding. Well, I don't know. That's for sure. I just know stuff is being done.
So you lot
+2.
are
speak.
down
Some
here
talismans.
at
Down
the
there.
Sunset Imports warehouse on the pier. Mm-hmm. And as you start making your way out here,
We are hustling.
Gideon gives you the direction that you're going. Kite Hill. It's a large park in the Noble District, and it's very open. It's one of the highest points in the town, save for Castle Hill itself. And he kind of explains as you're walking, enter the safe house proper, but it's where Nolly waits, and we use the kites to send messages. It's the easiest way to get word out across the entire city at once. Scarlet Triad's got their weird ciphers and codes, and we've got ours. The kites that we fly up there on the hill, given on any given day, they can mean things. They can tell people to go into hiding. They can tell people to run. They can tell them they've been compromised, and that's what we need now.
Oh, that's a fancy little system.
Fascinating to say so.
Run.
So can you like rent these kites as the guys are running? Can you like rent these kites so they have vendors there that can sell them to you? Or do you have
No.
to bring them yourself?
But of course, Nolly runs a stand, hands them out for free. Of course, most of them don't mean much of anything. Just kids and their families out in the day for a relaxing afternoon, flying some kites around. The ones that mean something worth anything, we only hand out if we're using them. We don't get mixed messages, of course.
Ah, that makes sense. Perhaps you should send Severin ahead of us. Let this person know that they
At
should.
this point, Seven would probably come back from
Oh, okay.
kite
Severin's
travels.
gone
Yeah,
already. Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
We already sent her out.
Yeah, that got sent out while Nick was playing with the cipher.
I had fun playing with Sniper. I like playing.
You and I were just kind of in our own world for a few
Like,
minutes.
You
there.
guys bubbled out to do puzzle solving in your
We're
own
thinking.
separate dimension.
We did it.
But
We did the thing.
you haven't been up into the Noble district of Kintargo yet, and although the area looks like it's pretty close, the only actual road that leads through this outer wall here is this gateway. The entirety of the Noble District, the Greens as they call it, is actually sectioned off from the city as a whole. And while anyone is allowed in or out, the guard posted at the gateway at least give the impression. It's kind of like a gated community. Even if literally anyone can just drive in and ask the guard and get in, those people aren't going to go through the hassle, usually. But Gideon, as he leads the group of you through, the guards that are just watching, nobody stops you or even says anything. They're just kind of at their posts. There's no code phrases or check-ins. But the Greens itself is a massive open district. It's very different from the rest of the city, which, even through the rich areas around Alabaster Academy, save for the parks, it's quite compact and compressed. But up here, everything is very well spread out. Massive, luxurious manors, perched on enormous sprawling lawns surrounded by beautiful flowers, trees, and gardens, separated by sizable chunks of land and, in most situations, other smaller stone walls. It's the place where the rich folk with nearly limitless wealth come up here to not have to deal with anybody, even the other rich folk.
Those are lovely azaleas.
And as you make your way up to Kite Hill itself, it's right past the entryway here, just past the inner Greens Market, which has got some more upscale grocers and repairmen and things that the nobility would need to regularly call upon, Wainwrights and such. The Greens comes into view as a huge, rolling, grassy hill with some sparse spread trees scattered throughout. And on a decently windy afternoon, though it's somewhat late in the day, you can probably see just one kite sort of dawdling up in the sky. The hill pocked with a couple of families or couples or just even lone artists or poets painting, writing, come here for seclusion or just to enjoy nature and the scenery. It's a very nice place.
Or it was.
It still seems to be nice at the moment. It's not covered in scarlet. I mean, it's an open hill.
That's because we just got here.
There's no way the Scarlet Triad could attack this other than directly marching an army up it. Like, in clear view of daylight in the most guarded district of the city. This
is a shadow war. They're not gonna have a bunch of thugs in the street.
Yeah, no.
As Gideon makes his way up, there is one simple wooden stall set up on the hill, pretty visible, a little ways back from its peak. Much simpler even than the artist stands down near the bridge. It looks like it was put together by the plain-looking halfling woman that's running the thing, and bears only a single sign held aloft by a pair of posts above that says, "Free Kites," in big, bold, hand-painted letters.
Oh, I wonder if she has, hot nuts or, candy.
Free kites isn't enough for you. You want refreshments now, too.
This is a nice side of town.
Come on, this is serious. We gotta do something here. And Gideon leads you, crossbow on his hip, sword just in hand. He didn't even grab his sheath. Just making his way through the town with the short sword out. Which, he got a couple of odd looks, but he's walking somewhere seriously, and he doesn't. Well, he looks pretty beat up. But he gets up there, and you all approach the stall, and the halfling woman there, even somehow smaller than Gideon, with dirty blonde hair kind of pulled back under a simple burlap handkerchief just to keep it in control. Big smile on her face, very plain apron and gown. Oh, you lot look like you could do some with some kite flying.
That's the understanding I have.
Oh, which one strikes a fancy?
I look down to Gideon.
And
Which ones do we have to go and put up?
And you can see there's a couple of barrels set around the stand with a whole bunch of different sorts of kites, from the traditional diamonds to much longer snake-like ones to, I guess, the squid thing from that one that was in our intro Splashins Forever, because this is what that's art of. Kite Hill.
Yay.
Is Severin around?
Perched on a kite.
Well, I think that's largely up to you. I figure that each kite, obviously, whoever's flying it, picking whatever strikes its fancy. And she looks down. I got a couple of left here. I didn't bring out too many today. It's getting a bit late. I've got a few butterflies, a couple of boxes, plenty of classic diamonds, of course. This whole barrel here. Got orange, chartreuse, crimson, violet, coral, yellow. You go and pick anything. They're free.
Any scarlet?
And as you get, all of you kind of get up here, and she moves out around the edge of this to start indicating the various barrels here. Name's Nolly. Here with Gideon, I can only assume you helped him out. He disappeared some week ago or so?
Just in case, Gideon's here. Apparently, he was kidnapped with a Triad, and they went and got a lot of information out of him. We need to send a warning out across the city, telling people to go to ground.
He's a brave man and a good friend, and Gideon, I don't blame you a second for it. I heard a little of the Scarlet Triad, but don't know much of what they've actually been doing. I just know they've been disappearing people.
Well, there's less of them now.
That's certainly good news. Been devilishly difficult to pin down. Well, we'll get the word out and see if we can signal the network. Gideon, what's our main thing? He turns back to her. Well, we got some message for him. It's sorted some way by colors. We don't really understand right what it is, but, well, they had here, up at the top, looked like Lady Goder's School for Girls and the coffee house. They're coming for Mr. Out. And Nelly kind of nods and starts digging around through a couple of the barrels here. And pulls out a couple of red diamond kites. And a few other smaller purple ones as well of different sizes. And she's doing it and just kind of handing these out to one to Gideon, and then just starts handing them through the party here.
Sure.
I assume he explained the basis of this to you. He uses these to send messages sometimes. The whole city can see him on a clear day like today.
That's the understanding.
All right. It's been a while since I've flown a kite, but I don't imagine it's changed much.
Well, I'm not going to be able to do this by myself, and even with Gideon, the two of us aren't going to be able to send this message. Fine details don't exactly come through with a kite. So, we can put this enough together. Right, take these red triangular ones. You can have these represent the Scarlet Triad. I think it's purple, two for Miss Goder's and one for the Long Road Coffee House.
Are you
and
making
take this brown snake?
Are you making this up as you go along? Anyone gonna understand this?
We have a general understanding. Red triangle's danger. It happens to fit the Scarlet Triad. These purple ones represent safe houses.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, why do you have so many kites if you only have so many people here to put the kites up? Seems like a very inefficient way of doing
Well,
things.
she said it's the end of the day. Perhaps they've gone home.
And typically the messages we're sending out into the city aren't urgent life and death like this.
It's fair enough.
Well, aren't you moving
It's usually
people who
movements
are
and hiding
slaves and hiding and stuff? I feel like
Compromises, but we've never been against something as organized as this. Look, kite flying's real simple. Here, take all of these. Anyone in the network won't immediately recognize it first. What this is meant to represent, and anyone outside of it's just going to think it's kites flying at the end of a windy day. Now, hopefully the network's at least going to understand that's the coffee house and let's go right here. Take this. It's white diamond with the tail.
All right. Is there any specific order we should put them up in?
Here's what you're gonna do. You fly these up, hang the purple ones, and try and fly the brown snake and the white diamond near enough these purple safe houses so we can get the message across as that. And then whoever wants to take these red triangles, it's gonna be a bit complicated. This is more information we've ever really conveyed with this. Fly them into the purple ones.
All right. I've flown kites before.
Won't they tangle up and fall down if we do that?
Not
the
if
idea.
That's the point.
but how do we know people are going to be seeing it while we're doing it?
We just gotta hope.
We gotta
That's
get
the God, isn't
lucky.
it?
It's a very fly-by-night operation, it seems.
Yeah, what if it's raining? What do you guys do?
Get the kites up in the air. Talk later.
I have a question. How do you make them fly?
Where's Severin?
Severin can bring him up.
She hands these out and starts getting some long lengths of twine around big spools and giving one to each of you. Tie this around the cross beams in the center of each of these kites. Really, all you have to do once you have it attached is just let it out and run with it for a minute. Catch the wind and let go of it, and they'll fly up into the sky. Get them up's the easy part.
Okay, that sounds easy enough. I mean, I'm a dwarf. We don't really have things like this, so.
Look, it's relatively simple once you get it up there. The difficult part's going to be smashing the red ones into the purple ones, but me and Gideon can handle that.
Sev.
Severin could be able to handle that.
Yes, I know. If I Sev. Oh my god. Why do you have to do that? Why can't you just appear like a normal bird?
You understand birds don't actually disappear and reappear once they're out of your line of sight.
Object permanence.
All right. Here's what you're going to do. You see those two red triangle kites over here?
Oh, I don't like those.
I don't care whether or not you like them. You're going to knock them into other things. That way, the less light you
Oh,
like.
this right pleases me, it does.
I know, you like knocking things into other things. We need you to mess them up right good, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna tear them to pieces.
Don't just knock them around, Sev.
Why do I feel like that thing used to be a cat in its past life?
Because it's Resme's puppet bird, that's why.
So we got some space here.
I'm gonna try to start getting them up there.
So Nolly and Gideon are going to come around, and they're going to take control of the red triangles, because flying those into each other is far and away the most difficult part of the operation, because it requires you to actually manage them in a way other than get them into the sky and don't let them fall out of the sky, which seems to be what may very well be the limiter for our party's abilities. So as they take those up, they leave the rest of you to spread out as you will and attempt to fly these kites. So we're going to need two. One person gets to elect out of this. We need at least 2 people to fly the purple diamonds, and 1 person for each the white diamond and the brown snake to signal the coffee house. And Lady Gura's.
Well, sure is nice over here. You guys go get a running, I guess.
Oh, don't you be doing this. If I have to suffer through this, you do too.
Now,
All right.
I don't feel like that's a thing that has to happen.
I suppose,
Dang it, I was really hoping that would work.
I suppose I'll take snake.
I'll take one of the diamonds.
I guess I'll do whatever. I don't know.
I'll
Just
have
grow large and throw it in.
I'll just have whatever's left.
That was literally what I
just hold it up.
literally that's what I was gonna do. I was just like, I'll just turn giant and just be like, I'm doing it right.
So as Nolly and Gideon get the red triangles up in the sky, you see them, they both run a couple of feet with it up and then start running their hands down the string as the kite starts to catch the breeze behind them and pick up on the wind.
Okay.
And they start spooling it out and end up flying these about 80 feet up into the air. Something that would pretty clearly, like well out almost at the end of this spool, visible to town around. But even at such a pretty impressive distance, they have pretty solid control with the kites. They use these for messaging. It's not normally life or death situations like this, but they know what they're doing.
Okay.
That's right, it's the kite flying section of the adventure.
Yay.
Obligatory kite flying and taxes.
In every
So-
good RPG, there's a mini game.
Some of, there's a pair of families that are here. One seeming to just be a husband and wife. They're sat down on some blankets laying out in the grass, just watching, kind of impressed with their skill here. One with a couple of children. The kids very much interested in the kiting. That one of them immediately runs up to Nolly, and she is really good at this, playing 2 games here. Even as she's working this, and you know how important it is, her face immediately just turns back to this big smile as she's leaning down and showing the kid what she's doing. Doesn't hand the reel over at all, but you can hear her talking to her about the kite and what they're doing, how she makes them all, and explain. Oh, I had to make every one of them myself. They come from my own workshop. And she's really good at not appearing in any way phased by what's happening here. So everybody that is flying a kite, roll me an acrobatics check. It's really more about the dexterity of the thing.
So what I'm gonna
Dexterity,
have
what is that?
Severin do is, as I roll out the kite, I'm actually gonna have him take it up for me to get it up in the air enough.
Okay.
So that
I'm still going to need you to roll me an acrobatics check, but that'll definitely help out. It will at least very much help getting it started. Oh, coins from
Nice.
everywhere.
I
Oh,
feel
man.
much better.
I feel confident that I don't need to use the coin. I'm using the coin because I want a big
Say
number.
your last one.
No.
Oh, you have one left?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was given one.
Right.
That's a big number. 7.
Which one do you have?
One of the, let's see.
Can I fly
Snake.
2 kites?
They've got the red diamonds. What's left?
There's the red triangles. There's 2 purple diamonds.
I think I have
indicating
one of
safe
the purple
houses,
ones.
1 brown snake and 1 white diamond indicating Long Road's Coffee House, and Lady Gora's School for Girls.
Gotcha.
I've got the white diamond. I think you guys have the purple.
We think we have
Yep.
the purple ones.
Okay.
I got a 33, so
So yeah, you're easily.
I'm actually having fun.
You do this. Marshall's got no trouble getting this kite up in the sky and having it out there. He immediately gets distracted.
He's
Just
literally.
like the children, he's very entertained by the concept of the
In
kite.
reality,
flying up
Marshall is pretty much a big kid.
there. You're not wrong. He's having a great time over here. How about you?
39.
Yeah, you have no difficulty with this whatsoever.
Can I see Roshin struggling and fly 2 kites?
Roshin, tries and just bam, it just hits the ground. It just hits the ground. So finally, Roshin just gets just looks so frustrated. She takes one end of the string, just lets it all out, sticks it in the ground. Shoot l'air, casts airwalk, picks up the kite, and just starts running up in a circle into the sky.
That's a weird looking kite.
There, it's in the freaking sky. Are you happy now?
You hear whoa! The kids are pointing up at you as you're just standing up in your airwalk holding the kite here.
So basically, the airwalk, that red mist which goes around Roshin when she's in curse mode, which she still is in curse mode, by the way.
God.
Jesse makes platforms under her feet every time she goes to step, and that's how she's climbing. into the
Marshall
air.
just
That's
points
it.
and laughs as this
As
is going on.
the kids are looking up there, Nolly points up at you. Well, I've never seen a kite with that much metal in it before.
I'm very well constructed.
Real impressive for a first timer.
Severin kind of makes it up there with you and goes, "Hey, you're hogging all the
What
sunshine."
did you get, by the way?
22.
22. So yeah, with Severin, you'd also have no difficulty whatsoever getting a kite up here.
Okay, like I said, even on a 2, I was confident that I got that, but I wanted a big number.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 in general, and I was just like, nope.
Oh boy.
We're flying
Take
kites.
that,
This is a level
acrobatics
1.
Level 4 spell, make you go away.
You end up with 2 red triangles flying in the sky here. 1 purple diamond with a brown snake somewhat nearby, and Roshin standing in the sky, angrily holding a purple diamond kite.
Making whoosh
As
noises.
the white that just how long does it last?
That's a good question. Maybe a minute.
I know when it wears off, you just fall safely, so you're not gonna like fall in Wile E. Coyote and die.
I got feather
But-
fall.
I mean,
It's all right.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank
That's a pretty
you.
good amount.
That's still a pretty good time, though.
You make your way up there, just standing here with this red mist underneath you, moving this kite around. The white diamond kind of flying.
Oh no, here comes the red one. Oh, it knocked it down.
Only at 2 perception do we do
So,
things like this.
So as you get those up, Nolly and Gideon start to kind of back towards the group of you, holding their reel and pulling on it as they do, pulling more wind to their kites and forcing them over almost till they're got a little too much draw and they start to turn and slice. And Nolly pretty perfectly turns and slices hers so it crashes exactly into the purple kite that Marshall is flying. When it strikes, they get tangled up and immediately start to flutter and tumble down the sky. Gideon, looking up, almost kind of confused as he's backing up.
Yeah, come on, hit me.
Flies over just kind of against Rosina.
Oh no, the kite fell down.
Like, oh.
If anything, you're way more noticeable than the kite. They're gonna be looking. People are
Yes.
definitely looking at you.
You've done a fantastic job of kite flying, and like, yeah,
Good job.
you must
5 stars.
definitely, you must definitely have the attention of the entirety of the park here. And in fact, one of the men who was just kind of sitting on a blanket with some supplies nearby and a bag on the ground has pulled out a pad of parchment and is looking up and perfectly sketching. Inspiration having filled him on this fine afternoon.
Wait till they get home and see this.
It's a kite Valkyrie. Oh.
Wait, yeah,
You
20
should-
charisma, like beautiful lady up there. You're
Yeah,
like,
it is a
what
20
the-
charisma.
I was about to
can
say,
even
you should
tell
see
from
her in
that
her dress.
That's fair. You're like 70 feet.
I'm 70
Yeah,
feet in the air, in plate.
that's
Maybe
true,
you can see the
that's true.
sword hanging off my back.
That's true.
You're way up there.
Yeah.
So as you drop your kite down, and these kites tumble down to the ground, and the kids are like gasping, and Nolly kind of runs over along with the spool in her hand, playing along with it. Oh no! Running over towards them. You see a flash in the center of the park. And from this brief blue flash, an enormous, shimmering, it almost looks like a praying mantis appears. White mist emanating off of his body. A spear held up high in one hand as he appears. Turned away from the group of you, looking out towards the artist and the childless family, as he calls out, "The Umbral Council sends their regards!" and goes to cast some kind of a spell towards the artist.
Can't have that.
At that, I think pretty obviously,
Roll
we're going to
initiative.
be rolling some initiative.
Yay.
Such a nice day out here.
Ooh, you did good.
Oh, not bad.
All right. Recaliquid, thank you very much for this hero point you gave me, so I don't get a 1 on my initiative roll.
That's always cool. We like it when we don't get ones.
Do a
Better.
6, it's better.
You sextupled that roll.
It did.
Huge multiplier.
Huge.
Absolutely huge. Okay, this and this and this. Alrighty. Trishik?
Oh, battle cry.
I'm too far away. I'm 70 feet in the air.
I got a
26.
26.
He's on the ground.
28.
You're also too far away.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
26.
Yes.
All right, buddy.
38.
What are you rolling on the? What are you putting in the initiative serial? Resume.
33.
Rasheen.
Roshin gets a 21.
And Marshall.
31.
What'd you get, Resume? 31?
33.
33, okay. You right in here. The praying mantis thing. Going to get a villain point, so I also don't roll a 1. From
No,
Link,
roll ones.
1429.
You can always
for that.
1 into a 1.
Oop. He's gonna get a math. He's gonna get a 45.
Oh, man.
No.
Darn.
45, yep.
I don't think this is a thing we should be fighting.
I don't like it.
Sorry, we got this. We got this.
We got the patented 2-carder.
Ooh, look at that thing.
Wait,
It's
is
always good because it means he does a lot of things.
it? Oh.
Glad I didn't blow
I
any
can't
of my-
hold all of his knowledge on one card.
Glad I didn't blow any of my spells.
I was about to freak because I was like, wait, are we fighting 2 of them?
No, it's just a 2-carder. He's got a lot of things. As he appears, Marshall, you yell out this battle cry. He's too far away to be affected.
Okay.
But he turns around and sees you and a sizable cluster of people. And you hear a kind of chittering and clattering for a moment. Where is my... There he is. Chittering and clattering for a moment of his mandibles. Phrygius pyramidum. And with the extension of his hand your direction, a massive wave of ice shoots out, rolling across the grass, not just covering it with a frost, but freezing it solid, killing it in an instant, and washing across all of you except Rasheen, who's 70 feet in the air. So I need a reflex save from everybody.
And you don't get your reaction until you go, right?
Right, he just kind of showed up and started doing stuff.
I might hero
Dip into the
that.
horde for that one.
Yeah, natural 1 is
That's actually
maybe
not bad.
not the best. I thank you for the not natural 1, hopefully, I'm guessing. Not much better.
Very nice.
Way better.
Trishik?
18 plus 21, 39.
All right, so you succeed, so you critically succeed, right? Hope I have another one from Resume.
Thank you, Blade Tiger.
I'm going too fast.
As we all just throw coins in your face.
Cast a spell, money flies at the GM.
They're hero points.
Buddy,
30.
30 is going to fail. Marshall?
33.
33 is going to succeed.
Yes.
And Resume.
35.
35 is going to succeed. So Marshall and Resume are going to take half. Buddy is going to take all of this.
Sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
I mean, not buddy.
We have reached the point of my life where
It's
I'm
okay.
just rolling half and you're taking double functionally because I'm not rolling all these d6s.
Word.
Marshall and Resume, you are going to take 29 points of cold damage. Buddy, you are going to take 58.
Oof.
Okay.
And then as
Oh
he
no, his face fell off.
sees the group of you, with no visible wings or anything, though he looks much like a mantis. His thorax, bug noises. Oh, his face fell off.
Yeah, his
too.
face fell off.
Yeah, I can fix. Doesn't open up or anything. He simply glides up into the sky, about 20 feet up off of the ground. And with that blast device... Oh, no. Dang it, my brain just froze. I have also taken 50 points of damage from this. Sovereignty is not needed. You will bow before Nidal. Buddy.
I'm about to reach for my whip. Like, yeah, it's got a lot of legs, good for tripping. And he just starts floating into the air. You know,
His
actually,
legs just kind of sagging as he just flies
Yeah.
up around the spear, still raised
Well-
up visibly.
not as good as I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna delay just a little bit until I figure out what I'm gonna be doing about this.
Okay, tell me when you want back in. Resume.
Okay.
Resme will look up at him and go, I like cold too. Arctis Furos, cone of cold.
Okay, yeah, you can get that a bit off of the ground, so you do the same thing. All right, so he cones a cold, you cones a cold, we all cones a cold.
Yep, he can give me a reflex save.
He cannot, because that washes across him, crystallizing on his body. He appears completely unharmed as he looks.
Immune to cold.
This blue mantis here.
Do you know what this means?
Mouth kind of chitters a bit as you throw this back at him. You have one action left.
Shield.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Marshall.
Oh, giant bug. I'd like to smash giant bugs.
Is it big? He lark.
All right, so and I'm going to attempt to get closer to him.
Is your speed 25?
Yes.
You can get up underneath him.
I can't reach him probably.
You can.
Okay.
You actually can. He's 20 feet in the air. You're 10 feet tall with 10-foot reach. You can reach him.
Okay.
He's pretty well out of everyone else that wants to hit him with melee's reach,
Yeah.
but not his. But
That's all
but
three
that's
actions.
three.
Yeah.
So you come up toward him, axe in hand, clearly with him in reach.
Just coming at him like,
He
come
starts
here, Bucky.
to hover back a little further. Oh no.
You're just like, oh,
Wait a
dwarf got big, fast.
Trishik.
Well, I'm obviously not going to be clawing this individual. So we're going to skitter on behind the shack. Draw out my bow. And hide.
Okay.
And hide.
Please do not kill the lizard.
Senor Gecko.
Ooh.
Does a 37.
You don't know. He's
I don't-
just like
yeah.
the party as a whole.
And then I'll go back in.
Okay.
I'm going to run glomp my way over to the family, and I'm going to be like, y'all better get out of here. This is looking dangerous, and I'm going to try and direct people.
Yeah, the family with the kids would be over here this direction, as they were nearby to Nolly and Gideon as they started flying.
So I'd yell at the artist guy and be like, nah, you know, go that way, and then I'd kind of start heading towards the family and try and kind of direct people and see if there's anybody else
Okay.
around.
So you can take a move action, get up in 20 feet of them and yell at them to get back. And like as you yell, I mean, they're already scrambling away. They want nothing to do with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
This is just a murder factory of a weird ice praying mantis thing
Yeah.
here.
So I'm just going to, with my turn, I'm going to be making sure everyone that's civilian-like is out of the way.
Okay. And after Buddy,
And also probably raise my shield.
I don't. Yeah, you can have your shield up as you're doing it. No, this is the preparatory downfall that I don't have any indicators, like just generic non-the-party indicators that aren't skulls. Because that's Nolly.
She's turned traitor.
No, it looks like the bad times.
But it's
Fly a kite
actually the
into
good
it.
It's
times.
Nolly. Fly a kite into it. Nolly very quickly moves to scamper over back towards her stall as well. And as she does, as she gets near the boxes, she reaches down next to the whole stall and pulls up a gardening hoe.
Not a rocket launcher.
Thought it was going to be a bazooka.
A gardening hoe.
Why not a rocket launcher?
Disappointed.
Hold on there.
Just looks like it's got dirt on the head, like
Hey, that'll infect the wounds.
a pretty well used
She's ready.
gardening hoe. And she raises that up for a second. And also, along with Buddy, just call out, "Flee, but fear not! These demons from the doll have no purchase in our good city of Kintargo!" And takes a little pebble off the ground and tosses it up and scoops it in the air with her hoe, turns it around and flips it up towards
Wow.
the demon.
Oh, she plays lacrosse.
That's cute.
That's fantastic.
I
That
love
is
her.
awesome.
That's going to hit for a 41.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm impressed.
Whoa.
She gets out this gardening
Improvising like a
tool,
boss.
and I'm like,
Yeah, he's still the first range you can make. That's going to be a 41 to hit. That's going to land. And this little pebble's gonna smash him for
Sorry, Bonnie, for having impure thoughts.
21 points of damage.
Yeah,
Just a tiny little pebble. She
I'm
just
a
picked
little.
up off the ground.
I kind of want to flirt with the gnome now.
That was pretty impressive. It was halfling, wasn't it?
Halfling, yeah.
She's a halfling,
Halfling.
yeah.
Dude, she's a holding now. She's amazing.
I'm impressed.
And as that hits, you see this rock kind of crack into this thing's frigid hide, like these icy, strange bug chitin it has. As you throw it, the fact that it sinks in at all is like a moment of awe for the party wide. But you hear Nolly call out, "Bludgeon ain't working. He seems to be resistant. Shoot it on more."
Wow.
Rasheen.
So she's just looking down at this thing, looking at what it did, looking at what it's doing, and also hearing it basically say, "I am from Bad Guy Town. I am causing diplomatic incident."
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
So it's kind of like, man, that's really hammy right there. She's gonna recall knowledge and try to think about what does she know about this thing that aside from what it's loudly proclaiming to the
It's
world.
gonna be a religion. And that's
I have that.
Secret.
And it's gonna be secret.
Critically fail things.
That's true. Plus
What?
17.
Plus 17, you say? You can tell that the thing clearly does appear to be a devil of some kind. Just by its nature, by the way it's acting, its movements are very decisive. It has, well, seemingly a pretty clear purpose. That's not really how demons act. Even the most intelligent demons are some degree of chaotic and wild. But beyond that, you don't know really anything about it. Now, devils are the reign of Nidal. Also Cheliax and some other things. I mean, like, it's lining up so far as you can tell. But it does seem to be an exceptionally powerful one. This looks like it's pretty beyond anything you've fought before.
Okay. So she's gonna take a move, and she's gonna come and move over it if she can.
Okay. You want to just put yourself on his base.
Okay. Well, I'm still higher than it though, so I'm actually like up here.
I mean, you can just put yourself on his base so so you're not going to balance that on the mantis'
You
stand.
don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
You never know.
So
don't
she'll
know.
move over it, and that's I think she has one action left.
So you'd be about 50 feet above it.
I'd be about 50 feet above it, and she'll draw her weapons because I doubt she had those out when she was flying a kite.
Probably not.
She was making kite
When she was
noises.
mining a kite.
This thing, somewhat kind of unclear with what exactly is going on at the moment and how it just got hit by a pebble that did a bazillion damage, is going to incant a second spell here.
AOT.
He is in your reach.
I'm going to go ahead and spend that.
Say, like, as far as that die's been going.
It's out of juice.
It ran out of juice apparently. Yeah, 22 is not going to hit.
Yeah, 22 as you swing up, and if it's just at the edge of your reach. But you swing up as it's hovering a bit higher. Glacial Morum. And as it raises its hand up from this frozen patch of ground, this cone where it blasted, including Nolly's stall now, which is almost just blanket in a thin layer of ice. The ice starts to rise up from the ground around Resme and Nolly in a shimmering dome.
Resme will yell out, Arctum Negativum, and I'm gonna use Arcane Countermeasure, which is my new reaction.
Okie dokie. So remind me what that does?
So Arcane Countermeasure is a focus spell, range 120 feet. I'm gonna undermine it. It's gonna reduce the spell's level by 1, and we're gonna get a +2 status bonus to any saving throws, skill checks, ACs, or DCs against it.
Okay.
That's pretty
So
cool.
whatever level of spell it is, goes down by 1.
Down by 1. And as you do, you see the ground fizzle for a minute, and this ice as you cast starts to kind of waver, and the top of it becoming a bit thinner. But you and Nolly are now both encased in a dome of ice. It's about 20 feet across, bubbling up to about 20 feet high. Thick enough and frosted over that you can't see out of it very well. And then he is going to fly just a little bit higher, So he's not in Marshall's reach anymore. Resume.
Whoa, do I get another attack of opportunity if it moves?
No.
Oh,
You have
sick.
one reaction.
You have one reaction.
Yeah.
Damn.
Only Buddy gets multiple reactions.
Fair.
Only people who invest in multiple reactions get multiple reactions. But I resume.
So I can't have dodged out of it.
It's a huge booble.
All right. So Resume is going to back up a little toward her little halfling friend and put her thing over her and say, "Get down." And she's going to incant out a very loud spell. And a fireball is going to fly up from her hands. And she's not going to cast a very powerful one, but she's going to kind of sit there and just try to wear down a small
Ice,
piece
fireball.
of it. Yeah.
All right,
Makes
so
sense.
mega reflex save. Nolly will make a reflex save. Nolly gets a 38.
I get a 34.
So I think does she critically succeed with a 38, or do you both succeed?
We both succeed.
Okay, so you both succeed. You're both gonna take half.
It's going to be 28, so we'll both take 14.
We'll take 14 points of damage. I'll track Nolly over here.
But hopefully that thing.
Yeah, with that blast of fire, 28 you said? Mm-hmm. That is, like, as it explodes, just bursting within this dome, it is going to melt the dome away, clearing the both of you out and leaving you standing back in the open, just in a cloud of kind of steamy mist. Not thick enough to block vision or anything, but is now very warm instead of very cold.
It's a sauna.
They're gonna little fireball myself. Marshall.
Wait there just one moment, Marshall.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna look up at the thing. You. Your mother was a cockroach.
Intimidate. 29.
Yeah, 29 is going to fail.
Okay.
He does
Well,
not seem afraid of you at all.
well, in that case, I'm just gonna. I can't reach him still.
He's
So
a little out of your range now.
I'm just gonna take like a 5-foot step back.
All right. Back towards Buddy or back towards Roshin?
Uh,
Roshin's actually not there anymore.
Roshin's
Like, I'm
flying
on top
over
of
here.
him.
well, I
yeah.
guess towards Buddy, and then I'm just going
You have
to.
3 people on this tile.
Yep.
All right.
And
5
then
foot step.
I guess for my last thing, I'll just kind of be ready for anything. So
My last thing is waiting. All right, Trishik.
dwarves don't like to
You're in
wait.
your cover down here.
Well, assuming that in the chaos, my position has been lost by this creature, I'm going to poke out, draw an arrow back, take careful aim, and let loose from a perceivably hidden position.
He is, in fact, flat-footed. Could not see the 37.
So, that is a 30 that I will re-roll.
The last hero points coming in, believe.
To a 30.
Yeah, fair enough.
A 30 is going to miss as he's flying through the air, and he very quickly just sort of pivots a bit, so the arrow just whizzes by him.
Man, flat-footed.
30 misses is flat-footed.
Jeez.
Wow.
Well, I will, how tall is this shack?
It's like a little stand. It's like this table. It's like a little counter
Okay.
with a sign. It's like it's a friggin' lemonade stand.
Pretty much.
Well, then I'll just reposition inside of it and hide again.
I sell kites and murder.
Yep. 34.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. So, hypothetically, would a strength 20 man of much bulk, if I were to run over and cup my hands, be like, okay, Marshall, jump! And I would
my
ready
size?
in action Do you think a man of 20 strength, miraculous strength?
Yeah, I mean, it would take him the 2 actions to be his whole turn to jump and swing once.
Well, it's better than doing nothing.
But you could absolutely boost him up in the air.
Well, I'm gonna sit here and look stupid, and hopefully the guy doesn't move until after. So I'm gonna wait until after his turn to make sure I'm in the right spot.
Okay. We go here then.
Yeah.
All right. So, Nolly
Normally, I would be throwing you.
throws a hand up in front of herself. Well, that's a little bit singed, but no worse for wear. Well, that'll do it. Anyway, and picks up another pebble.
Really, all of this was to free the important person.
Yeah.
Free the anti-air cannon. Slings another stone
Oh, nice.
for a 38, which is gonna hit him.
Jeez.
Not gonna crit this time, but she is consistently beaning him.
Go for it.
Get out of here, demon. Whap. Go on, get. Whap.
24 points of damage. As this second pebble again just kind of and just
My heart is just fluttering wildly, and I'm like, hey, no, I know.
Consider me.
Get a hold of yourself.
Consider me your personal arcane bodyguard.
And I can just.
It's a good idea. I
I
like
mean, I
it.
have a really big foot.
I'll
compared
do
to
it.
you.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
and she's looking through the grass trying to fish up another rock here. Huh. No wonder how you saved Gideon. You lot damn miracles.
Oh, it's true. You have no idea what it takes to make my hair do this.
Here, if you could keep me a clear shot to him and get me pebbles, and I'll keep going.
I've got lots of metal ones.
That is her turn, because pick another one up, fling it, and pick another one up as her 3 actions. She's got to reload. Read a belt feeder.
Just
Ready in action.
Severin?
Like,
Yeah, ready in action to hand her a stone.
Brisbane's just sitting here feeding the anti-air.
All right, so normally I would not roll initiative for Severin, but Severin can actually do things maybe
He can
to
also
help her.
get hit and dive, but
That's
Yeah.
true. Also, I think it's minion rules, right? Or he doesn't act independently.
it is you use an action, he gets 2 actions, because he's a minion.
Yeah.
You get so Roshin.
So Roshin's kind of looking at this go on, and the time's not right yet. She's going to pace herself, so she's going to delay until after he goes.
Okie dokie. You want to go before or after, buddy?
Before Buddy.
So from his position in the air here, if he's even seen you 50 feet up above him, he's making no indication. While he's just out of Marshall's reach, the spear he has overhead is long, and as he shifts his grip down to the end, he stabs it down towards Marshall. You are in his reach.
Of course he is.
He is going to strike at you for a 37 to hit you on the first one.
That is a crit.
Sorry, I don't have stick countermeasure.
I know, it's okay.
So he's gonna
Pole arms are the best weapons, that's why.
They
pull
really
arms
are.
are the best
You're
weapons.
such a weird.
I really like pole arms. It's not my fault.
Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. You are going to take 23 points of piercing damage, and if Marshall is good aligned, you also take 2 points of evil damage.
He is definitely not good.
The point was that you didn't have to say that, but that's fair enough. So you're not going to take any evil damage.
So it's 23?
23, yeah.
Okay.
You mean the guy who went on like a cannibal feast?
I'm
isn't
chaotic
good?
neutral.
And
There's a
I need you
difference.
to make me a fortitude save.
Does a 26 pass?
It does not. And as this spear strikes you, this frosting mist around him and around his weapon freezes you. Part of that damage you took was piercing, part of it was actually cold. And that's going to stick in you. You're going to feel almost a searing burn like it was fire as ice grows out of this wound, visible around the outside of the wound where this thing had stabbed him through, and you are actually slowed 1. You will get 2 actions on your turn instead of 1
Sucks to be
That's
you.
a
for 4 rounds.
That's
Wow.
a huge
Okay.
problem.
4 round.
4 rounds of slowed 1. Then he's going to thrust down again.
I got a.
Oh,
D-
you can use the
I got a D4.
card if you want. Or yeah, that works.
Second swing's going to be a 29 to hit you.
That is just a normal hit.
Alrighty. You're going to take 25 points of mixed piercing and cold damage. And then as he quickly lands,
Actually-
he's... What?
Oh, never mind. I don't think it matters because I forgot when I'm raging, I could choose what type of energy I could resist while raging as one of my abilities. But
As he strikes you twice with this, holds his spear back up overhead. The shadow consumes. None can resist its frigid touch.
How much was
And-
it again? Sorry.
23 and then 25. I'm pretty sure the two hits. So you took
For the second one.
25.
25. Okay.
And I need you and Buddy to make me will saves.
Will save?
Will saves.
Well,
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh, that's
Well-
actually not bad.
that's pretty bad. That's an 18.
You are frightened 4.
I am
I'm very frightened.
It might be 3. Let me double check.
30, 33 for me.
You are frightened 1.
You wouldn't
Jeez.
take the thing on the shield.
Let me double check. You might be frightened. You are frightened 4. Yep. You are frightened 4.
Jeez.
I'll go down 1 each turn.
Ugh. This
That's
thing
minus
is
4 to your
disgusting.
all, your AC, everything. Roshin.
This is gross.
So Roshin sees him commit to this attack on Marshall, and she is going to take her opportunity here. She's going to invert herself and just run straight down and just shoulder check this thing into the ground. This is actually a trip attempt to try to
Okay.
force it down to the
You can
ground.
give me, well, I mean, shove or trip are mechanically identical at this point. You're above him, so you can shove him down.
Nice.
Except one is fortitude and one is reflex. So I think I'm going to go against his reflex.
Fair enough. If it makes you feel any better, they're identical modifiers.
Oh, it doesn't make me feel better, but in that case, no, I'm going to totally go for the cinematic thing. I'm just going to comment myself into him. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Okay, so that's going to be a 34.
That is exactly the DC.
Nice.
And as you crash into his back, you see Roshin coming down like a metal meteor here, shoving him 5 feet close to the ground, back into Marshall's reach. But as you came...
That's why trip is better, because he falls all the way down.
He doesn't take fall damage.
It doesn't matter.
It also isn't technically a roll. It was just a cool thing I did once because I had like wings and you could pull them down. But this is just magically flying.
Okay, yeah, so shove is fine, I guess.
So that's all 3 of your actions, isn't it?
I don't know. I had to move,
Move,
shove. Yeah, because I was 50 feet
50
above him.
feet up, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, buddy.
Okay. I feel this like horror in me, and I clasp my shoulder over my Iomine symbol and say a quick prayer, and I'm like, well, please be with me. I trust you have my back, and I'm going to cast Mercy, which relieves fear.
Ooh.
Does it remove the frightened condition?
It just you attempt a counteract of a fear effect,
Ooh. That's pretty neat.
or paralyzed. But I mean, I'm not actually paralyzed. I'm
so that is
paralyzed with fear.
It is a lay on hands.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you know. So then
Well,
you
no, if I do lay on hands next.
right. Basically, use
If I
mercy
choose.
as one action. You do that prayer, and then your lay on hands dispels fear.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
It's like a buff you give to your lay on hands.
Oh, okay. Well, I know it was a whatever it's called.
Counteract check.
A focus point. I know it was
focus
a focus
point,
point.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You can say because you're using the lay on hands. It's not like a separate focus point.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I'd be doing.
So counteract check. Do you know what your counteract check is?
no.
Because you're not a spellcaster,
class
so I
DC,
think
which is
do you know what your
charisma.
class DC is?
Also no.
As
Probably on
a
your sheet
non-caster, it defaults to
Probably-
Its
charisma.
own sheet.
No, it
This
doesn't.
is a-
Probably,
Not your
If-
class DC. Your class DC
Probably
is not your key
plus
stat.
Counteract.
16.
then probably 29. Because if
No,
she's a plus
not
5.
Casters get a better progression on their
Oh.
class DC, so I'm
Sorry.
looking at
Yeah, I'm not
Marshall's
sure if
sheet.
it. Let me look. Yeah, let me look real quick.
You're 27,
Because I have
yours
no
is based
idea.
off strength.
Normally
I
I
think
just
you're
make a
stronger
call.
than-
I have
No,
no.
but
Just
it's
roll a
20.
die and we'll see what comes
Yeah,
out.
I
Because
was
should be a-
if you
should
roll
be a
garbage,
plus-
it doesn't matter if you
should
roll
be a-
20.
15?
Okay, I gotta look.
I think it's a plus 17.
I gotta look because I have absolutely no idea how this works. Okay, so you use your modifier and spellcasting. Yeah, if you use, I'm gonna say
Non-casters
it's your
use
class DC.
charisma.
Do you know if you're trained in your class DC?
No, I do not know.
You are trained in your class DC.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
everybody.
I was
you're
about to say everyone should.
just trained.
She just trained. This is martial
So it's
progression.
going to be 10, 12, 17 from your strength. I'm going to say plus 17 is probably what you have on
That's what I'd
this.
say.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds right.
So 15
That's my
plus
call.
17.
There's a lot of text on the counteract page. I'm not reading it all right now. So it'd be a 32.
Yeah.
32 is going to succeed. So with that lay on hands, That will quell your fear completely. So you're frightened
And
4 is.
I also get a lot of health back.
You also get a bunch of health.
Great.
Yay.
And then and it moved down now, so it's within Marshall's reach. I'm gonna,
You got 1 action left.
I feel, I'm gonna raise my shield. That's a good idea.
Yeah, sounds smart.
Yeah, I was gonna run over there, but I wouldn't have my
Alright,
reactions.
resume.
All right. Do I think I can create a 20-foot cone that doesn't hit Rasheen?
No, Rashin's above him, Marshall's below him. You cannot shoot a cone at him that will not hit him.
All right. Then she will look into this thing's eyes, and she will intone out Incorporis Mortis, and she'll send a vision of Iomade growing wings and springing up out of Buddy and flying into him, and then just becoming one with him for a second to burn him with holy fire. So now he gets to roll me a will save.
Alrighty.
That's pretty badass.
I'm gonna use my last villain points.
Don't
on
beg
that
for points from chat. It's very unseemly.
What? Destro Nets. I gotta remember that I gotta tick my villain point thing. I keep forgetting. It's so new for me to have my own. I haven't been ticking it down. I was down to 1. Now I'm down to 0. And that is going to be a 42
Jesus.
on the will save.
That will critically succeed. He's unaffected.
You got 1 action left.
1 action. I will have. I will actually open my pouch and have Severin go and take a bullet out of
You
it.
got bullets ready for Nolly.
Yep.
Chronox 2 in the chat. Last one. Can't have that.
No.
I don't like you.
You guys
Stop.
already had one easy fight today. All right, Marshall. He is now in your reach. He has been shoved.
I got like a frozen wound on me. I'm bleeding quite a bit. I'm like, it's gotta take him off for that. Psych myself up. And then I am gonna ignite my axe and take a swing at him.
All right, give me some chop.
Am I flanking him since I'm above him and Marshall's below him?
Yes.
That's
You are.
hysterical.
So he's flat-footed.
Oh, so
Well, that doesn't change your roll.
okay. Well, 37.
37 will connect. Don't bother rolling the fire.
Oh, darn.
As you see the ice of his body, with just the rune of the fire, it's not nearly strong enough. It's just whisked off like steam and so much nothing.
In even 30.
Even 30. So as you strike into him, much like the golem, you feel your axe kind of catch his hide like a glacier, splintering into it, cracking it, but doing less damage than you would like. Resistant to that slashing.
This guy's a pain in the butt. That's all I got. So my frightened wears off.
You got 1 action left.
Psych up.
Igniting your
I was
thing.
slow.
Oh, you psych up, right? I forgot psych. I
Yeah.
forgot psyching's an action.
So my frightened falls off,
Yep.
and then I lose 1 turn off of that.
Trishik.
Well, same as last time. Gonna poke out of my little hidey hole and take a shot.
Pew. Not flat-footed this time, but pew.
For a 31. Yeah.
31's gonna miss.
Can
We're
you use
so
sneak to hide, or you have to hide and then sneak?
What do you mean?
Like from here, could I sneak to
We're
a
just
different
so spoiled.
position?
We're used to hitting things
Well, you're
with
revealed
birds,
right
and
now,
it's just
so
kinda
like
no.
you'd have to hide first.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I was.
Yeah,
asking.
you.
I said to her.
Well, we're just gonna keep shooting, and we're gonna shoot again for a natural 1. I'm just in awe of how incredibly good this demon is at handling all of us. And then we're gonna peek down and hide under the counter again.
Doing lizard things.
34.
Where are those arrows coming from?
Alrighty. So Nolly already has a pellet in her hand, tosses it up, slings it around, and flings it at the devil. Come on, Nolly. You got this.
Be a pro.
That is gonna be a 35. She's gonna hit him again.
She's a boss.
Honestly, my main goal right now is to just keep funneling pellets into her.
She is gonna hit him for 20. Not quite as good as previously, and as he resists, maybe a little bit less. And then you have Severin already ready with a pellet, so she's gonna immediately flip that second one. The cross champion of 47-20. Natural 20.
Oh my my gosh.
Yes.
She's, I mean, honestly.
Can she join the party?
She's amazing.
Amazing.
Had you heard? I thought everyone had heard.
No, don't do it.
Nolly crushes another one into him. Oh boy. This one landed a lot cleaner for 28 points of damage. Low roll on the damage. Still.
Are you single? She'll turn to her.
The devil goes to roar in the store and just goes right in its mouth.
And she kind of smiles. Oh, my life's my work. Well, this is the most effort I've ever had to put into it. And fishes up another rock from the ground.
Most
I'm
badass kite
I'm
stand.
so attracted to her right now.
It's incredible.
The demon, the devil rather, now again with Resme above him, is going to quickly spin that spear around and just jab it up over his shoulder towards her.
That's Roisin.
Roisin, sorry.
Words.
Words are hard. For a 36.
36 is a normal hit.
He's going to make me a fortitude save.
I can hopefully make it. That's nice and average. Probably not going to work though. 27.
Alright, she's going to hit you for 30 points of mixed piercing and cold damage.
Okay.
Additional 5 points of evil if Roisin is good aligned.
Roisin is a bit disillusioned, so that's not going to bother her.
Fair enough, and you are also slowed 1
For 4 rounds?
for 3 rounds.
Okay.
And then, as he stabs back and feels his spear catch you, with his other hand he encounters once again Frigis Pyramidum, and casts another massive cone of cold across the ground, which is going to engulf Marshall, Resme, and Buddy.
I'm going to spend that.
Resme will cast out Reflectum, and we'll use Arcane Countermeasure against the Cone of
Do
Colds.
you identify the spell first? I feel like we had to talk about that.
No,
Okay,
this
fair
is
enough.
actually
This
just
is
a.
not that.
This is not that. This is
Okay.
a focus spell.
And
from
me
Marshall.
too?
So you guys are all gonna
You-
get
Marshall, Resme.
Okay.
I got
plus
a
2 to your rolls.
35 on my attack.
And you'll whack him as he's casting.
Sweet.
Who just gave me this?
Marshall.
Whatever
I
we're
rolled a
rolling, you're
2,
rolling
So many
plus 2.
things.
So that's gonna
The DC's too lower.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's gonna be 32 for my axe.
Natural
With the plus 2
20.
because she doesn't have a plus 2.
Huh?
Is that with a plus 2 because she doesn't have a plus 2?
What do you mean?
No, that's not what.
Okay.
the-
No,
32.
everyone gets it.
30.
The DC is reduced by 2. You rolled a normal thing. The
Okay.
spell DC is reduced by 2. And by
no,
we also
No,
get.
no. Squid's trying to make sure that we're not double dipping.
No.
you do not get a bonus. The spell's level is reduced and its DC is reduced.
Oh no.
It's mechanically the same, but you just roll your things normally.
Cool.
You got a natural 20, you're
I
fine.
did.
I was just doing my attack damage from the
Oh.
attack of opportunity.
32 is the damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the damage. And now I'm gonna roll. What is it? Reflex. And it's reflex, right?
Yes.
Okay. 29.
29,
24.
24. You're gonna fail, you're gonna critically succeed. So now it is also 1 level lower.
Yep.
So it's 2
And that's
less.
before the bonuses, I think. So. So many checks.
That's my last focus point. So.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit both of you for 34 points of frost damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cold damage, rather. So much stuff to track on this guy. There's so many.
Sorry.
things. All right,
Marshall's looking pretty rough right now.
Rasheen.
Okay.
Very aware that you're there now, and he seems to have no difficulty in both fighting you with one hand and casting spells down across your party with the other. Like he's not at all bothered by the task of fighting on 2 fronts.
Stupid, weird bug thing. All right, let's see here. So first off, fast healing kicks in, and then this red mist.
Calculus.
Yes.
So many things go on now.
Lose it. Getting slowed is really annoying because I really need all of my actions.
Well, you don't get him. So.
But I don't get them. All right, so we're gonna have to go with a. It's resistant to everything. This is terrible.
It's bad, dude.
All right, crud.
5.
Let's go ahead and cast spiritual weapon. We'll do that.
And as you go to
Wondering if it had a
start your
reaction.
spell, he spins the spear around again to drag its point through you.
Yep.
And going to catch you for the 42 to hit.
It's a critical. And so that's going to lose a spell, right?
It does not interrupt. We learned attack of opportunities does not actually interrupt spells. It's triggered on spells, but only interrupts move actions.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So you're good. So it's actually.
I mean, I'm
know
not
it's
good. He's
coming.
about to wallop the heck out of
About to
me.
take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But it's not interrupt. It's not going to remove your spell. You still get to cast it.
If you're alive.
If you're not unconscious. 56 points of mixed piercing and cold damage
I'm not dead.
as this rips through you. And, oh, actually,
Even more damage.
no, he crit, so cool stuff happens now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're already slowed. Never mind. You can't get double slowed. Dang it, he just slows you on a crit, but you're already slowed. Okie dokie, give it to me.
Okay, so spiritual weapon, Arambantia, and a golden morning star will appear next to her and just wallop down on this thing with an explosive concussion of force. Okay, pretty good. That's a 35.
35 will hit him.
That's a good hit.
Good.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. And 2d8 plus that's 5. We can all be Marshall. It's,
Even I'm not doing that good, to be honest.
7 plus 5, 12 force damage.
All right, and that force blade does seem to puncture perfectly fine through him.
Magic missile
There's
it is.
no resistance to that.
Yes.
All right.
Now we know.
Just kind of breathing heavily.
Okay. You guys are looking pretty rough over there. So I'm gonna move up to Marshall, drawing out my little medicine kit, and I am going to try and scrape off some of these ice. Seems like the best course of action. Cold is not good.
I literally feel like he just pulls out like the car ice scrapers for your windows and just goes.
Yeah.
We're gonna clean your windows.
And it's got the, what is it above trained? Expert?
Expert.
Expert. So the expert,
Expert DC.
yeah, expert DC.
That's 20.
I got 20. That worked out perfect.
That's good. You heal it for 2d8 plus 10,
Perfect.
Yay.
which is like 1/4 of one of his
Well,
hits.
it's better
We're
than
doing it.
nothing.
No, it
Okay,
actually is
so
pretty close to a hit.
19.
19. I'll take it. Thank
So
you.
that's run over there and then 2 actions for the battle medicine.
One action about medicine. If you do you have your kit
I
in
have the
bandolier?
bandolier.
Yeah, 1 action. Move
Okay.
1, heal 1,
Eh.
1 left.
And then I put my shield and I'm like, shield.
Resume.
Resme will look at how messed up Roshin is, and she'll incant out Donum Vitae, and a large screen of green energy will come into you and absorb into you. That's a heal, because I have that now.
Yay,
I
heal.
need
You want some D8s? I got a whole
please.
pack of them here.
I need 4.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I need to collect like 10,000 more d6s. Looking at the stuff to make a billion
We
d6s.
have-
What kind of Warhammer player are
No,
you?
you have all my Warhammer. You literally have my Warhammer
very
dice.
nice.
No, that's our Warhammer dice, isn't it?
No, that's
Those are my
ours.
Warhammer dice.
Oh, well, I have extras if you want.
That's fine.
Why don't you go ahead and take 58 points of health back?
I will happily take
Nice.
58 points of health back. Thank you.
There you go. One
I'm
action.
looking at my 19 health.
I'm going to direct Severin to keep reloading our level. She'll shut out. Reload!
Marshall.
All right, take that down, and then, that's one tough bug. Psych up and swing, because that's all Marshall can really do.
I mean, it's good. Sweet, it's good.
It's good. Oh, it's almost still pretty good.
34.
34 will hit him.
Hey, I at least hit the thing.
Roshin's still flanking him.
Oh, I didn't even throw it. Well,
He does that.
He does
I do
that.
that.
wow.
Nice.
So 21 plus 17, that is
38?
38.
Yeah.
Yes, 38 from the axe.
A bada bada, a bada bada, swing. Bada bada.
Ah!
Math,
Something.
math. Okay. So with that hit starting to bash through, he is starting to look a little wounded.
Oh.
We've made him use 10% of his power. Is that what you're telling me?
About right. He is starting to show some wear from Marshall's blows and Nolly's freaking anti-air flak fire. But he's still perfectly fighting fit, and he is in no way slowing down. He's not mortally injured. He's not even severely injured. But he's getting there. That was one action. So you got one left. Oh,
I'm slow.
Trishik.
I got 2 more turns of that.
Slow boy.
Alrighty. Peek out and shoot him.
Do
Is he flat-footed?
No.
lizard things.
You got a 45 on initiative. What do you think his perception is?
I'm trying not to metagame the numbers.
Well, but you do learn numbers as the fight goes on. Like, you can see how well they fight, how effective they are, how fast he is.
Yeah. So that is a 24. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, 24 is not going to hit.
And I'll hide again.
Sail by the pack of your team that is literally surrounding him in
And
every
then I
possible
will
direction.
peek out and take another shot. He's not flat-footed. For 25.
Yeah. Couple of arrows coming through. Not gonna land it. But you know who's got a couple of arrows? Nolly! Load up that slinger. Fling another pebble.
She's like, wow.
She's a boss.
And she's gonna launch.
Are you okay?
I just came up with a really bad one and I can't say it.
She is going to hit. Ooh, a 33. She's actually gonna miss as this one
Oh my
glances off his shoulder.
Ah.
And then she's got another pebble from Severin, and she's gonna try it again. Is your thing agile? No, that's okay. You just believe. Just do Nolly stuff.
20. Close.
35.
Oh!
Second one.
She's like amazing.
She's making us look like chumps.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
you can't say that.
Nolly is here. She's gonna hit him for 18 points of damage.
I
The
love that
halfling kite
halfling.
merchant is doing as much damage as our barbarian, which is
The
way
leader
more
of
damage
the
than the
Bellflower
orc.
Network is doing a lot of damage here.
Bellflowers are clearly badass people.
But that's largely going to get resisted. She just kind of glances off, and then she is going to scramble for another pebble, but call back up. Hey, don't die out there! Come back to the stand if you need healing!
What?
You saved this, bro!
Bonnie, okay, come on, Bonnie.
When it
She does everything.
loves it.
Looking down at this dwarf and Buford below him, gonna pull his hand back and he can't again. Glacial Morum! And you get a swing here,
Nope.
which is going to be a final swing that you get for the moment as another dome of ice rises up 20 feet high, encasing you and Buford wholly inside, with him just outside of it.
As it's happening, nobody freezes.
Wait, you're not stuck. It's like a dome.
Yeah, it's like a dome.
Oh.
You're not frozen. There's like a dome
would be
of ice
funnier.
over it.
Nobody.
It's probably very cold in the dome. It's like a wall of ice in a bubble. And it's frosted over that you can't really see out of it anymore.
Nobody
But-
puts Marshall in the refrigerator.
Everyone on the outside can see 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
No.
As he flies over
No.
to
To the
Rizmay.
true threat.
Spear in hand, as he comes. Shadows come for you. The court will find you. All who disobey will be strucken down.
Yada yada yada.
Roshin, he does seem to be a lot faster than you.
Resume's like doing this.
You know what he's not faster
I
than?
can hear, you
Spiritual
can hear.
weapon.
Spiritual. It just go whoop. The mace is just gonna flit right over his head and just
Bonk.
wham right on his. Well, try to fling on over there.
Bonk.
Bonk. That's 30.
30 is not going to hit. If he's
Ping.
flying away, 30 will swing after him.
It's all right. That's what I need to do to get my AC high.
You got one action left, I believe. Just-
I only have one action left. Freaking ice. All right.
At least you're not trapped in a bubble.
At least I'm not trapped in a bubble. And juice, I don't have enough actions for that. Dang it. Stupid slow. And where do you think you're going? And actually, he might be faster than me, but he didn't move faster than me, so I'm just gonna follow him.
Oh, yeah, you can stay right up with him. Because you were kind of in front of him, and now you're kind of behind him.
Oh, yeah, I've got 20-foot move, so yeah.
Works out. Buddy, As you're kind of encased in this dome, the air becomes frigid. You can see your breath. It's not enough to do any damage to you, but it is
It's
a
cold.
huge dome of thick ice.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I'm going to twirl my hammer out and just bash against the side as hard as I can.
Okay, just like right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's only a 29.
You can just roll damage.
Oh,
it's
damage.
A wall of
Okay.
ice.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
don't know.
it's not
I didn't
going
know.
anywhere.
I didn't know
That's
if it
fair
had
enough.
like I don't know something.
No,
weird.
it does not. It does not have
Well,
any
that is
armor
a
class.
good old 10 damage.
So as you whack it for 10, your hammer just reverberates off of it harmlessly. It's so thick and sturdy. I mean, you would realistically would have never seen ice thicker than like an ice cube.
Yeah.
Because breach hill gets cold, but not like that. This thick ice is like indestructible metal, and it does absolutely nothing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess I can just do that again. So for 13 damage.
13 will hit a small chip out of the wall in front of you. I mean, a small chip.
Okay. Well, 13 plus 7, 20.
20 is much better. With that follow-up strike, you, over a series of 3 blows, knock a pretty decent chunk out of the wall, battering your way a few inches into this inconceivably thick barrier of ice.
Okay.
Resme,
All right.
you are in baby jail.
I wasn't doing much good anyway, so like, I mean, I'm probably one of the better people.
Marshall's also in baby jail.
Resume is going to activate mobility, and is going to move.
What activates move? Oh, the half move.
The
I was
half
gonna
move.
say.
20 feet, please.
Your speed is 40?
Sorry. No, 15 feet. Pardon.
All right, where?
Straight up behind Roshin.
Okay.
And then Resume is going to
And you can see as he's moving, or as you move, you saw Roshin run up behind him. He was waiting for this. He tries to swing the spear and stab it down around you, but as you're moving kind of carefully, you can't get a free beat on you.
And Resume will look up at Roshin Protectorum and will give you resistance 5 to cold damage.
But as you cast the spell, he's finally going to land it with the spear coming down.
He's got
he's in the air. Does he have enough reach to
he's
hit her
got
when she's not?
15 feet.
Sure does.
Yeah,
Even though I moved like that
didn't
way.
get
That was
away
the
from him.
You didn't
He's
get that. You didn't get
15.
far enough away from him.
You're on the edge of it.
That's
15
fine.
is exactly what he
I'll
is.
take the hit, that's fine.
He's a big boy. This is going to land for,
I will nimble dodge.
okay, 45 to hit.
That is not gonna matter.
Wow.
Oh, critically hit me.
It was then the party learned he hasn't been rolling very well on his attacks.
This is bad.
That was like a 12 and we're just dead.
Well, time to reroll characters, guys.
You know what? You can have Kintargo. We're fine.
Yeah,
Bellflower
we're
is
fine anyways.
46 points of mixed piercing and cold damage.
Okay,
And an additional 6 points of evil if you're good at life.
I am.
Okay, so you can also take the 6 points of evil. I
Okay.
also need you to make me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Pole arms are the best weapons.
Yeah, they are, aren't
I
they?
see what you're about.
see what I
got,
mean,
I
right?
got you. I got you, Nick.
Okay.
Man, pole arms are love.
You said reflex,
Fortitude.
fortitude. I'm going to hand this to you. Thank you so much.
I like money.
I know you do. We will take that. It's way better. It's gonna be a 30.
You are slowed one.
Okay, that's fine.
For
Ever.
3 rounds.
Okay.
Jeez.
But that spell is going to go off.
You have resistance 5 to cold damage.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Alrighty. Marshall.
Nobody puts the dwarf in the cage. I light up my axe and take a swing. That's going to be 11 plus 17, so that's 28 and 6 fire damage.
So with your massive swing in the fire, you cleave through this relatively easily. Surprisingly, I guess not really surprisingly easily. Maybe surprising for Buford with all the banging he's been doing with a hammer. But you just
Well, it's not really a blunt force, you know. Slashing, chopping ice is probably
you knock
better.
a section out of it about that big. A 5-foot gap in the ice bubble. You can see the outside world through. So you could squeeze through that, but it's gonna be difficult terrain, and it's gonna basically take your move action to squeeze through it, or you can whack it again and make the hole larger.
Well, I might as well make the hole larger. Because I'm not exactly subtle on, you know. So that's 8 and 6. 14 plus 17, that's 31. Plus 2 fire is 33.
So you have at this point now got a fairly sizable chunk of this, about as large as you,
Perfect.
cloven out of the southeastern side of the bubble that you
That's-
just hacked your way through.
That's the point. And with that, I just, after doing that, I'm like, buddy, get out there.
Trishik.
So
And this will fall off.
he's moved closer.
Finally, I can.
I don't have
He's
to
coming to
worry.
the artillery.
Yeah, I don't have to worry nearly as much about hitting my allies with my bow and arrow, and he appears to be very perceptive. So with a whisper, I'm going to disappear,
Okay.
activating the invisibility, and then I will hide, which when you're invisible, I believe auto
It's kind of
succeeds.
auto succeed. You're automatically hidden. He can't track you.
And now, directly up into his soft underside, I'm going to unleash an arrow. It's gonna be
What part of this encounter implies he has a soft underside? Well, here's where Marshall's whacked him numerous times, I guess. So he's got like a cloven underside.
You whack it hard enough, and eventually it'll break.
I've rolled a 9 and lower on every one of these.
Oh God, it's Roar's curse.
It's
No,
Roar's curse.
it's back.
All right, Nolly as a pebble.
Just
He's
takes-
already swung. She is going to scamper back around the other side of her stand here and then flip the pebble up toward him again. Come on, Nolly.
Why do I get the feeling that now he's gonna take like her hoe and just like, you know, cock it like the shotgun? Like,
She got a 30, so if she's repositioned, this one will kind of graze by it there. And then she is actually going to take a page out of the Drashik book. She kind of sees you disappear back there. Oh, yeah, that's a neat trick. And she'll duck down behind the thing, trying to hide herself. Anybody with a perception DC of less than 34 no longer see her behind the stand.
It's a hide and go Trishik.
She hides, she hits, she heals. She's the triple threat.
Now, this thing here has identified the problem, and while the artillery is annoying, it is the healer that is undoing his murder, and he recognizes that. He's gonna swing the spear down again,
Never dodge again.
deadly precision. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Do you wanna build a
It's a
snowman?
natural one.
ugh.
The dice are telling you no. You're just gonna roll
He does probably wants to kill the healer, but I feel like, you know, that seems pretty savage.
His first swing's gonna miss.
Haha!
Roshin kind of in the way before he swings it once more for math, a 32.
A 32 will just plink her.
Plink. I don't think there's anything plinky about this.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 28 points of a mixture of piercing, cold, and evil damage.
I'm down to 1 hit point,
Nice.
people.
And he's gonna swing again. Like he sees he's almost got you. He's not gonna stop.
Nimble dodge.
So once per turn.
It's once per turn.
Alrighty, he's at minus 10. Is what giant spear is not agile. He's at minus 10.
Oof.
Natural 1.
Yes.
Resume hangs on with 1 hit point.
Do the thing.
Back it off.
For shame.
1 for 1.
And he is about 10 feet in the air. He's not as high. He kind of overextended for that one. He is in like just barely ground reaching territory. Oh, no, not a reach weapon actually. Dang it. Because he's 10 up, so he's just out of your reach. He's like
I've been above him this whole time.
Oh yeah, you're flying, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're cool then.
You're like,
It's like I've been like I'm swinging down at him. It doesn't work too well, but it's what's been happening.
It's been working okay. He doesn't resist it.
That's true. That's something to be said.
Yeah.
So she's gonna look at Resume and just see like, oh god. But the ice is clinging to her and she can't safely throw a heal out. She just has to trust that Resume is gonna get the heck away from this demon or devil thing. Gonna have a strong talk with that ambassador after this. I don't care if this is deliberately a plant. He must answer for it.
I'm mad.
So she's gonna actually, now that the stupid thing isn't leaving, she's gonna kind of chuck her shield up to try to get some defense, and use her last action to sustain the spiritual weapon to go and wallop him. That's probably not gonna do it. That's like a 26.
26, no.
I will hero point, actually. I have a giant pile.
I was about to
of them.
say,
This would be the moment.
this is the moment
Are
to
you on
use
the
it.
3? Am I even moving you down yet?
Better.
No, I still have 3.
what I
'Cause
thought.
that last one was due to the very kind Victor0127. Thank you. And that's a little better. Is that going to be enough, though? That's a 34.
34 just catches him.
Nice.
You don't
I was
have
about to
flanking anymore, but that'll still do it.
'Cause I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you
it has
very
a 34 AC.
So that's that plus my charisma is going to be 11 force damage.
All right. And this force mace is cutting through him pretty well. He's still got a. There's only one action.
That was my last slow. Ray shield and then.
Oh, you raised
wham.
your shield,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move up next to Resume. All the way up to Resume. Getting my medicine kit out and trying to. She's like mostly has flesh on her. So I'm going to try and help her out as best as I can. I pass, I get a 9 on the die, so I get, 23. I pass the
2d8
trick.
plus 10, yep.
So that's 10 plus 20.
And as you reach for your medicine kit here to aid her, the devil spears down towards you.
Oh, yes, he's using his reaction.
Perfect. I'm okay with this.
40.
And I'm going to sink into this, and it's just a regular hit, and I'm going to sink into it and try and kind of wedge my shield against the ice, the really sturdy ice, and kind of have it take most of it.
It'll be 33 points of combination of piercing, cold, and evil damage. I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Ye who is not currently slowed.
Okay.
Would you like to join the slowed party?
That is a. I'm gonna say 37.
Not slowed.
Oh.
But I
Fasted.
probably take some evil damage.
That was the
He rolled it in.
I rolled
Oh,
in
rolled
there.
it. Okay, cool.
It's all in there.
Okay, cool. And then I am going to get out of.
Was that
the
3?
way here.
Raise shield, move out. Band-aids.
I didn't raise my shield.
Did you just
Oh,
block?
no, I. Oh, right.
Yeah,
I
you
have to
did.
move. Yeah.
Is there,
With the reflex. Okay, yeah. Okay, yep, that's my. I will just stand in this doorway, don't worry.
You can fit past you. It's not like that.
I could
Tiny.
step
Alright.
over you. It's
Resume.
Okay.
Resume is going to mobility back. And then what do I got here for? Sorry, give me 1 second as I go pull the card. I was not used to having this spell. Thank you. I am going to use a 1 action version of heal on myself since range is touch and I'm right here.
That does just roll the d8s. It doesn't get the bonus.
I know, but I'll
Okay.
take it.
Yeah, it's better than no healing for sure.
Okay.
Pretty decent.
The very quick incantation.
So yeah, back up to 40, which is a little more safe
How
than.
much did that just give you?
No, she gave me 21, and then I gave myself.
Another 21 was it? I think I actually had it up to about 21.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And TNT DMD in the chat to derp. Because derp.
Don't worry, I'll be using this immediately
Marshall,
to roll a 7.
the way is clear. You can escape
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna mosey on over to the devil.
Just moseying.
Just moseying. That's close enough, right?
Yeah. Because he was only 10 off the ground now. So.
Yep. Because there's no point in intimidating him.
World of not slowed. It's a magical
34
place.
off.
34 hits him.
Yep. I remember it has
Getting them
34.
cracks. We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. And it's wow, a really bad roll.
Huh?
21 damage on that attack.
Alrighty.
Well, it ain't broke.
Yep.
Does resist a good chunk of that. Oh, you're not slowed anymore.
Yeah, I'm not slowed anymore.
Boy, time.
He's a person.
I'm an actual person now. -5. That is not going to hit.
He's just gonna turn around. Oh, you're moving fast. Let me just fix that real quick.
Through chic.
That's all I can do.
Alrighty.
That's right.
I'm gonna scoot under the counter
Okay.
and hide.
You are, like, you don't need to hide. You're invisible.
yeah, I was
no,
gonna
No,
say.
invisibility
attacked.
breaks when you
But
attack.
you... Oh, it's just regular invisibility?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was greater for some reason.
No, so I think I successfully hid this time with a 40.
Yep, that'll do it. His perception DC is... His perception is not plus 31, so...
So we're gonna pick up the dice I haven't touched in a few rounds, and you're gonna be a good boy, and you're
Sneak
gonna roll
attack a cluck.
anything above a 9. I don't care what it is. I just want something
14.
above a 9.
It's gonna be a 14.
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Well, you said you were gonna spend it right away.
God has
spending
been
it.
so never been so
All right,
calm.
right here. This is it. This is the one.
No, give me the big purple
No,
one.
take this one. This one loves you guys.
No. Here. I'm gonna roll the big purple boy.
There you go.
Here we go.
Hopefully this boy is
for
lucky.
big
Kados
damage.
is so well
Big
fed now.
numbers
Fight
on
has
the
got
big
so many hero
dice.
points back.
8.
I'm sorry.
So the 8, for anyone who doesn't know, that's directly between a 16, a 10, and a 20.
Not dice work, yeah. But it's not, though. It's an 8.
I want
Yeah.
you to roll this and see
by all
how
means, put it in
disappointed
jail.
you would have been.
Marshall, for your assistance, your
Of
attempts to
course.
help him out of here, take a hero point from Shazper, since you also seem to have none of them.
I appreciate it. Trust me, I'm gonna use it.
And I'll hide again.
Okay.
So. Nope.
Nolly's going to join you in the strategy. And she is going to pop up with a pebble and fling her thing over the counter.
I like
as
what
well.
the lizard's doing. I'm gonna do that.
It has.
Seems like a
It's
good
working
idea.
fantastically for me.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 37 against his flat-footed. That'll hit him.
Go!
Never.
Sneak attack.
Jesus.
We in there, Nolly! Okay.
That's, this woman. I'm telling you.
You can't have
Roshane's
her.
feeling a little faint right now.
I know.
Mine.
Oh my god.
Gonna hit
You're
him
just
for
like having a horde of
28
people.
points of piercing damage.
I'm putting her in my bag of holding, and you cannot have her.
And at this,
I mean, I can just pick you up.
with these holes that are cleaved so effectively through the devil's armor by Marshall, and now these pebbles kind of starting to rack and stack up in here, he's starting to weave a little bit in the air.
The pebbles are rattling around
I'm
inside his
starting to
carapace.
show it. Well, Levick, since I can't give this hero point to the anti-air gun, here you go, Derp.
This will also be spent immediately.
Barbarians deserve the best chances for Marshall. Chat's coming together in an hour of
thank
need.
you, chat.
Right now,
We gotta end this thing.
over me.
And then she is going to hide again. Ooh, not as good that time. Just kind of flip
There's a
flop. That's
villain point over
still
there.
pretty visible. If you want to give me your hero point for her stealth check, I'll let you do it. But
Did you see how fast that
there was zero thought. Zero instantly.
Wait. The one for Derp was meant for the
That yeah,
anti-air
this
gun.
was
True.
this was meant for the
be
answer.
fair.
For the anti-air
To be
gun.
fair,
all right,
yes.
all right. That's fair.
Immediately used it.
did you see how little hesitation there was?
Absolutely.
Most
not.
effective person in this fight. Here, take it.
Yep, that's a lot better. On the counter again.
You gave your hero point to the living artillery.
So, as this devil is looking around and seeing the area here, Rasheen, Marshall, buddy, how do you guys look? He's not dumb.
I'm looking pretty good.
I'm not terrible, but I'm a little scuffed up.
How are you, Rasheen?
Roisin is looking to be. She's not like. She's not severely wounded. That red mist has been continuously. If you've been paying attention at all, her wounds have been closing continuously over the course of the fight.
So,
Make of that what he wants.
he is going to just buzz over this big dwarf, which is going to provoke for sure. Yeah. That's provoking.
37.
That'll hit him. You catch him as he goes.
Eat my axe.
Get a good cleave. He's gonna get around to the backside and continue the dream here.
19 plus 17, that's
36.
that number. Yeah, 36.
36, all right.
Thank you, because I'm bad at math.
It's hard sometimes.
Had 199 damage on him. Still in there.
Jeez.
And
As
as
he's
he
flying by,
comes through, he takes this. He does waver a bit from the force of this strike, but he steadies himself with a spear as he comes around. None can run from the shadow's grasp, and swings
You keep
down.
saying that, and yet I keep running.
There is none outside its reach. The light does not penetrate all.
Whatever, weird bug.
I feel like taunting
47.
it's not helping anything.
That's gonna crit me.
Ugh.
As you take this swing as he comes around him, punching down solidly with this here. Hear the Jeopardy theme playing in my head. 62 points of piercing.
More than
cold,
42.
and
That will put me down.
And as you drop, it is going to bring you to dying 2.
Oh.
As you went down to a critical hit.
But I am tough, so at least there's that.
Got that going for us, which is nice. He's still got an action left. So he's going to turn back around. The first domino falls as the Umbral Council wills it. And strike towards Marshall, the other person who seems to be able to reach him and hit him really hard. Because, like, as much as we're hyping Nolly, Marshall's beating the crap out of this dude.
And Roshin is just
I'm
not
trying,
impressing
man.
him.
I'm trying.
Natural 20.
Oof.
And as it connects, I will put my shield in front, but I cannot reach this person.
He's too
with
far away
my-
for the.
So
the
I will
glimpse,
just
but
be shield
You
blocking.
can jump up with your she's 10 feet in the air, snapping down on this 10-foot tall guy, like, blocking the basketball shot here.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, low damage dice. It's gonna be 42 points of
minus 12,
cold and piercing.
so 30.
So 30
30.
points of cold and piercing damage, and I need you to make me a fortitude save.
All right, hold on.
Go Barbarian that fortitude save. You got this.
Oh, fortitude? Yeah, I'm not worried about
Can I
fortitude.
interest you in a slowed card?
No.
I would make a suggestion, but that's definitely not
Can I
PG-13. So,
interest you in a slowed card?
nope,
Nom, nom, nom,
we're not risking that.
Please no.
Oh, well.
Not again.
Oh,
damn it.
gosh.
26.
Can
That
I
is definitely not
interest
gonna
you
pass.
In a slow.
in a slowed card?
Ah.
You are slowed for 1 round.
Oh, okay, so it'll fall off next turn. Got it.
Rasheen.
Man. Marshall's looking kind of bloody.
Well, you know who also is looking really bloody?
It's the dying lady.
Krasach, red mist. Basically, your blood is going to flow out of the ground back into your body. Fairly violently. Let's see.
Oh,
You get punched by the blood.
Exactly. Let's see. 27 plus 40. You're going to get back 67 health.
Wow, thank you.
very nice.
And then she's going to say, Resme, get clear. And Roshin is just going to charge this bug thing and run right through its reach, right up into its face.
And as you have now also been identified as a healer, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll take it. So you run up past Marshall into this thing's reach. It swings down with this mighty spear for a 34.
34, even with my curse penalty, that's a normal hit.
22 points of a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe a fortitude save, actually. Because if it had a duration of higher than 1, then you would have... It would override it.
Ah! Natural 20.
And you as well, Rashid.
Roshin is going to spend a hero point. Thank you, Victor0127.
I don't want to be slow again.
Better.
It's not going to be enough. That's a 27.
Yep, you're slow. For 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all right. Spent his reaction.
He spent his reaction?
to stab the crap out of
Yeah,
me.
he's a
Okay.
healer too, so he's a healer too, so he's going for that. Buddy,
I am going to. I am going to wait and see if Resme
Floating.
gets up.
Marshall.
Darn bugs. I'm going to. How far away am I? Okay, I'm definitely
You're
too
a
far.
step's worth. You have to step up.
Yeah, I'll move. You know what? Going for it. I
Ooh, you got 2 actions. Move and whack him.
move and whack.
He's hurting now. He's wavering in the air. He's clearly his carapace has been broken open in numerous places with huge
As-
cleaves.
As a cliche line, if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna take him with me. So
No visible blood coming from this creature, just like billowing
My last
icy
hero point.
mist. And dripping down, almost just like water down to the ground, just droplets running from his wounds, just freezing the grass where they land.
You doubled your roll.
Yeah, 2 to 4,
Think of
man.
it that way.
whoosh.
Yeah, a nice swoosh there.
He swings, he misses Trishik.
But I'm not slowed anywhere. For now.
So, if I teleport behind him, can I attack him before I fall?
No,
Sad.
If I teleport above him, can I attack him on the way down?
no. There are specific feats that let you jump and hit somebody. I let Buddy and Marshall as 2 people's entire turns take a shot at it, but no, normally you can't do that.
Well, then I'm going to plop down behind the couch. Same thing we've been doing. This is my only course of
It's
action against
suppressing
a
fire.
flying enemy.
Suppressing fire.
Well, I attempt to duck down and then attempt to shoot for a
Natural
7 and a 1. So
He's
not
shoot-
hidden.
Boy, he's trying.
And we're just out of frustration. You're going to shoot again. A 5. My average roll is a 7 for this entire encounter.
So I just
Wow.
don't want to, play into superstitions, but you might want to consider praising Centipede.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Marshall, did I hear someone's empty?
I appreciate it.
Have
I
another
really do.
optimistic weasel fueling the fire.
I appreciate the feed this fire very much.
Nolly's gonna pop up, take a shot. Oh, he's flat-footed because he's hidden. I was like 33, but he's flat-footed because she's
Yeah.
All right, so
Do the thing.
the Nolly machine gun. $25 points of damage. Does not kill him. Nolly, the champion of Earth, puts a stone that's cracking deeper. This one shattering through his hide as he almost starts like losing, coming closer to the ground now, just barely 5 feet above the ground. Gonna try to hide again. But as she pops down, he's gonna yell out, "If you got magic to move her, bring her back here!"
Oh, I've got magic, all right.
Resme, this thing
Resme
is now barely alive.
looking up at it, will open her eyes and smile ferally and say, "Demon spawn, go back to hell." Triple magic missile.
Spent its reaction. Machine tank that took it on the chin for this,
Is-
so.
Reaction. So is this trio of missiles?
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
We don't have
What do
3
you,
more.
what do you got?
you.
What? Oh,
Here.
D4s?
All right, wait.
Yeah.
4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's gonna be 36 points of force damage.
36 points of force damage. Is going to finally drop the devil from the sky. And even as they crash into them, he winds his spear up and reaches out with one hand again. Don't! Well!
Man, he's really selling this, isn't he?
I'm just...
Has anyone ever told you to quit while your head is being blown off?
Is his head still intact?
After the horrible beating, probably. It's gonna be definitely injured, but it's...
Well, I'm gonna do my signature thing.
Everyone alive? Everyone okay? No?
I really need a drink.
Me neither.
That was miserable.
You,
Gracious.
Nolly.
I'm buying you all of the drinks and we're getting married.
That was amazing. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. You...
But here's the price for it later. They're still heading to the school for girls in Long Road's coffee house. We got to get moving.
Oh God, someone help me
Do
up.
we actually?
Heal quickly. There's lives on the line.
I just pick you up.
Oh, there's lives on the line. Look at that. There's lives on the line.
Our lives seem to be on the line.
She'll touch you and she'll go, just sit down for a
And
sec.
she will come
You're gonna get a lot
scampering
of
over, hoe slung over her shoulder.
I need
Just
48.
running towards whoever looks wounded is the closest to her. Marshall, I suppose.
Yeah, probably
Oh, yeah.
Marshall.
Try and lend her own assistance. And it is there
Donum vitae.
that we end. We can roll this tomorrow or next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is next
And
week.
But I got a really good roll.
today's adventures.
Next week.
Oh, right.
Not
No,
next week.
Not
Yeah.
next week.
Oh, the week after.
Yeah.
Unfortunate news, everybody, is that Bryn and I are going to be out of town this coming weekend.
I hate you.
So when we return here in 2 weeks, the Halloween, we're gonna do a Halloween stream. You guys already got costumes mostly. I can't have like captain's hat.
Can I dress up as her?
as Nolly?
Yeah.
She's the scariest thing
Halloween.
I've seen all day. She's way scarier than that demon we just fought.
Woo! That's all the battle I hoped it would be. You guys
Tough,
That
dude.
was gross.
can all be very fortunate. He's only packing a pair of Conacles. Imagine if he could do that more times.
that sucked.
I think it's called a
Yes.
dragon. Well, if you can do it more times, it's called a dragon.
So if we hadn't banished the demon and made that fight way easier, this would have been a
You
very...
could have also attempted to banish this devil. It's just
yeah,
nearly
he never was
guaranteed
gonna
to
fail that. He was never gonna fail it. I took
Yeah.
one look at that and I'm like, yeah, I'm not wasting
What
this
was
scroll on
what's
him.
the DC on your banish?
It's my DC, so it's 29.
And it's will.
He just has to fail.
Yeah.
He literally needs a natural one. Yeah,
He rolled
he
three
would
ones.
succeed on it too. He did roll. He rolled 2 natural ones in 1 round attacking Resme.
Yeah.
He would need a natural 1. He succeeds on a 2 against your DC. But
I have a lucky 7.
What level?
everyone got so comfortable bashing the golem to pieces in the warehouse.
I would just like to make it
This
clear.
is Pathfinder. We don't have combats without borderline massacres.
Learn your fear.
What level is that?
Welcome back to Plague Storm.
13.
Oof.
Oof.
Jesus.
Just barely a severe.
Just barely as severe, not quite.
I
as
could tell.
It's just barely a severe, and you have Nolly with you.
Yeah. Nolly, if we didn't have Nolly, I'm pretty sure more than, one person would have died.
So
that
it'll
campaign.
be 2 weeks until we return, but
Yes.
this isn't over.
No, to be fair,
This was
it's not that we had Nolly, it's that we didn't have me.
You got traded for Nolly.
That's true.
I
If-
could not hit it.
This was a tense battle, to be certain, but if we do not hurry to the Long Roads Coffee House or Lady Gura's School for Girls, this or worse may be taking place uncontested.
Ugh.
And we...
Or worse is uncontested regardless.
We don't want it to turn into SplatterCon.
We're going to need to heal quickly if
Yeah.
we're going to save the Bellflower Network. And based on Nolly, it seems like they might be powerful allies against the Scarlet Triad.
I am perfectly fine. Why do we need healing?
I'm going to slap you so hard.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're
Thank you.
enjoying the show.
Bye, guys.
Monday afternoon over on my own channel, twitch.tv/Squidish. Just click on this yellow name right here in the chat. We've got our other campaign, The Extinction Curse. Unfortunately, not at a table, but still a literal circus.
How literal?
Well, it's
Pretty-
literally,
Literally a circus.
they're circus performers, but the PCs are
With
traveling
intent?
circus troupe. Yeah, they have a tent. They have a huge big top they set up before the performances.
Yes, with intent.
Oh, man.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody. You did it, guys. You wondered.
No, I don't know if "won" is a strong word.
You wondered.
We wondered.
Yep.